been exercising and smelling.
You're not smelly. You couldn't smell it.
How are you tired?
Look, I remember. He started calling my phone like, "What's up, Coolio?" He was from Done Deal Records. Done Deal. He's like, "Yeah, man, it's..." I was trying to gangster somebody.
This is Big Brother. Would Coolio come to the diary?
I been in some situation. I was trying to gangster somebody. I had people come tell me, hey man, your homie that you was hollering at the other day. Don't holler. Don't.
How are you?
Don't talk about stuff like that. It's like, I want to hear about it. But just
He used to
not
do a
hear.
lot of rapping actually last time, which do loads of kind of whatever they're
Like
called.
impromptu stuff.
Rhymes.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called. And he'd just reel off like really long ones that go on forever.
Yeah.
It's just amazing he remembered them all.
He's a good rapper.
Well, he did a rendition of Gangster's Paradise when we were in the house before.
Do you know the one Rolling With My Homies? That's the one I like.
Yeah.
Where's John?
Well, where do you think?
I can't see it.
Sleeping in the room of silence.
Yeah, he's just
lying
He's not there.
It's not there.
So, oh, sorry.
Maybe he's in the
maybe he's in the
snug
nest.
or whatever. Why do
you
I keep
think?
calling it a snug? Is there any reason for that?
Snug.
Has it
Well,
ever been
it's a
called
snug,
that?
isn't it? That's what
Yeah.
you call a snug, you know.
Okay, I thought I think I'm getting it wrong. The nest.
Is it called the nest?
I think it is called the nest. Yeah, everyone else is saying the nest.
Okay. How he sleeps all day,
Love
And
that.
sleeps all night.
and then he sleeps all night. Wouldn't that make you feel ill?
I just wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be.
But maybe at some point he's not sleeping, he's just thinking.
Yeah, or rest. Yeah,
that's
but
kind
even
of
so, the whole
dark to
lying
be
down
that-
would give me a
Yeah.
headache.
Yeah. But just being that kind of alone with your thoughts all in a place like this, it's like
Well, I would just.
I
I'm,
need to
I'm
be
too
talking to
chatty,
people
but
all the
I'd feel
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
have the impulse to interject or with an experience or a comment or something.
Yeah.
And like make the most out of it. You've got so many different types of
I know
people.
he's made his point now.
Yeah.
But now this
we don't know
performance
what the
is for the
point
viewers. This performance is for the viewers now because he's
'Cause he
got
wants
his
to
nomination.
leave, yeah.
So this is for the viewers.
But this won't be shown till tomorrow.
yeah, but
No,
that's
no,
all right.
no.
There
Yeah,
won't
but
be an
tomorrow's
eviction till
viewers-
Tuesday.
All yesterday him doing will be shown tonight.
Yeah.
So the point.
So
being
surely
made-
now he could be like all night.
That's what
again.
I'm saying. Why doesn't he just? And if it, but then I think that would mean that if he's good and entertaining and we enjoy having him around, they might keep him in.
But they wouldn't know that because this is going to go out tomorrow when he'll
Depends
already
when
be
the
gone.
bloody speculation. I don't know. It's just. It's a shame because
You know what
it's
would be-
so,
what would be
we've
the
kind of lost
twist?
him already. So
know.
if he goes,
What would be the twist? Is some kind of save and replace task that Coolio wouldn't be able to do and John would.
yeah. Well, John won't try, will
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
If it's like be silent for
Yeah,
as
if
long
there
as
was
you
a
can.
save and replace,
Something like that.
John wouldn't do it. He'd just say no. So whoever did it with him,
I think
Coolio
I'd
would-
be very inclined to not bother trying either.
If you
Sound
had,
dreadful, yeah, if I was up.
yeah, it's too much pressure, isn't it? It's like a
Well,
horror.
no, I know, I just wouldn't mind being...
Sorry,
It doesn't-
explain the save and whatever to me.
So if two people are up, they
Yeah.
get the opportunity to compete against each other in a task or another,
Yeah.
and whoever wins that one
Go for it.
gets to make themselves immune for eviction and
And
has
pay
to pick
someone else.
another housemate to put
Amongst
them up.
ourselves.
So if Coolio makes himself immune, he might
Then he's
pick me
sweetness,
to be up
John.
for eviction
You've got loads
against
of
John.
white from your
Oh,
children.
okay, makes sense. So we're saying John would not.
Yeah, so if he makes no effort to try, he will definitely still be up for eviction.
Okay, and then it will be.
But they
up
must
to
have
you.
some way of dealing
Well,
with it.
I think if I did the save and replace task and won it, I would pick who I think is the most popular. Because I can't say otherwise. I think we're discussing whatever. I would pick the most popular.
Well, that's what
person.
they did, wasn't it? Somebody did that and put someone who they thought would
Yeah.
get...
I don't know
Somebody
what to do
picked
with myself.
Mario because they thought he
Yeah.
would never be up, and Mario was really offended
And it's
because he was
cold
so
outside.
keen
I
to
don't
get
want to
into the
sleep.
final.
Yeah, I don't want to say. When I
want
slept
to do
yesterday, I felt really
something.
horrible when I woke up, like groggy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a horrible state.
it's if you go into a deep sleep. It depends if you have a apparently it's like little cat naps, like 15, 20 minutes are
Yeah.
perfect because after 15, 20 minutes you go into a deep sleep.
Yeah, I felt
and then
really
it's really
sick, eh?
hard to wake up. But
want
you
them
probably
to give
needed
us
the rest
something to
yesterday
do
after
now.
your
I think
tummy
they will
upset.
this afternoon.
yeah.
Then it's
That's
it's
right.
like
Imagine,
like
this
they might
morning,
not,
having
'cause
to
it's such a
run
bit
to the
that
to-
they're busy.
I had to go to the
No.
toilet and it was
Stuff
like,
Show up.
I had to go to that one because I didn't want to.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, and I sometimes fall asleep on the toilet when I get up in the middle of the night.
you?
Yeah, again, I'll keep my eyes closed the whole time at home and I just sit there forever. And occasionally I get, Brian's awake, he goes, "Hun, are you falling asleep?" I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
And I just sort of
that's
sit up
cute.
going, trying not to wake up because I can wake up very easily.
is he looking after all your children? Like,
Yeah, although this weekend he's going to
thank you.
Reading Festival with my oldest son. So he's going.
he like? What band?
My husband or my...
Son.
Oh, he's... Different to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be
The
fun to go
Killers
on,
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be fun to go on something Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, we've done that.
All Star, Mr. and Mrs.
We did that, thanks for watching. And we won
I don't even know what it is. I
30
don't even know what it
grand. We
is.
won 30 grand for charity.
Did you? That's
We only got
nice.
one question wrong, which was which of the two of you is the best at board games? And we both said the other person. So that was the only question we got wrong, so to speak.
It's a fun show. I like the show. That.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
used
how
to
you
love
know
the
each other.
original from 100 years
The
ago.
second one's quite funny because normally the couples are spot on or all.
Oh, that vent is vile. That's why I don't want to sit here. So changed his... He's not changed. It's not about his mics. He's got some...
Mic number 7.
No way.
No, that can't be mic
He's
number 7
lying.
because
No,
earlier you had mic
Mic
number
number
5.
6. Mic number 6. Mic number 6.
You're up to something.
Oh, do you have a
He
secret
is
Yes, I
That
am.
skill?
vent
I'm
is
totally up to
horrible.
No, I don't. Of course I do.
And the rain
What's your
came down and
secret
took us
agenda?
straight
Tell
to
me.
It's
that.
none of your business.
I thought the
It would be a
main
secret.
pool was down here.
It was.
No,
Yeah,
no, you're
seven.
right. It was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because he did a thingy
on.
across.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Get with the program, Makosi.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's good. They're going to this festival because they can go and do.
Reading's
do
a
things
great one.
that-
It's like quite chill. And
Yeah,
more
I
young
think so,
people.
and it's nice and.
It's heavy
and
music, more like.
My
slightly
son's been the
heavier.
last 2 years, and it was sort of his first experience
Yeah.
at that
They
time
can bond.
to go.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how to kick worm?
What's that?
No, I can't.
I'd end up flat on my back.
I can't dance whatsoever. I don't even know how.
I can dance freestyle when I'm drunk,
I
and I
just
think
do
I look
one
great.
dance.
And then I look in the mirror and I think,
Just
what
like-
are you doing?
That's one thing I always wish I could do.
But Makosi, you
Be a
like
really good
Michael
dancer.
Bolton?
I like Michael Bolton.
He's
I like
lovely.
Kenny G. I'm so boring. I like.
Wait, is Michael Bolton? That's not the guy who did Betty? Who's that? What's his name?
Who did what?
Who's the guy who did Some Mothers Do Have It?
No, that's
Crawford.
Michael
Michael
Crawford.
Crawford.
You know your parents and you know your family's watching.
No, we're
right
to the
now.
one who does.
They are.
Are they the highest ones you have?
They're pretty much all like this, I think. I'd never sort of sat down and see them and measure them. I don't even know what inches they are, really, to be honest.
They're about 6-7 inches.
You serious?
They're definitely about 6.
Oh my god, there's a lot of...
Yeah, but
And when you come back out, I want you to.
no,
have
I'm a
new
big
attitude.
Van Morrison fan.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. And
Go on quickly.
but I like things like Black Eyed. I'm
So
quite
why
easy
am I
with my. I just don't like
Just do it.
really loud or
stuff.
really shouty.
You
I
being
quite like that. I'm more.
disrespectful right
I'm mainly just like punk, like from
Do
70s,
you?
late 70s.
Oh God!
and,
So
like,
it's a
I
good
like-
job we don't live together.
Yeah, I like reggae.
Disguise and work with your best assets, I think that's how I do it. But yeah, but then again, it's a trademark of hers now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's okay too. Aye. Is there not like serviettes again? There's not even chicken, there's nothing. I mean, tissue paper, nothing. Why does that thing keep going around?
That camera's got a bit mad.
I think so. Oh, this is luxury. It's hot.
Lady Muck herself, Queen of the Manor here in her dressing gown.
I look like Hugh Hefner.
Who?
Actually, you do look like Hugh Hefner.
Right.
Hugh Hefner. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't look like Hugh Hefner. I'm just. But you just love Kendra, Holly. I'm a Holly.
Have you seen Holly's World?
Yeah. I'm definitely a Holly. There's Kendra and there is the other
What
one.
happened to Bridget?
Bridget. Oh, bless her. Kendra's doing really well. Okay, magazine and all sorts.
Her own show on E and everything. God, I'm such a pig. I'm not having this sandwich. Sorry, love.
Okay. We've only had toast.
I know.
Oh, but.
I'm not using the toaster.
Oh, aren't you?
Nope.
Okay.
For you.
I just saw.
Oh God, sorry, I didn't even know that was there, Nadia.
I know.
Oh no, I was going to use that last bit, Nadia. That's why I hid it.
I touched it already.
No, but I can use the inside bit because I need to.
I've touched it already. You can have it, but I've touched it
That's
already.
okay.
You can have it.
Thank you, babe.
That's okay. I just thought maybe because I touched it, you don't want to touch it.
No, I don't mind.
Nadia, actually, wait there. I think I know where there is some. I'll see if I can get it.
But that's why I hid it in the.
Oh, was it you? Are you chicken miss?
So no one else would use it.
But I touched it. Okay, so you
How
know.
long do you cook this? When it's soft. If it goes hard, I can't eat the yolk.
So do you want them runny?
Runny.
Oh, interesting.
Nadia's just made
This is Big Brother
Which
with Nikki Compton.
Oh my God, you're so telling the truth.
told you.
You made it smells gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, I've made
Just
some.
for you, my darling.
Oh, cheers, babe. Loves ya. Oh, just a bit minestrone soup, and I just added some spinach.
What's the time?
It's a bit sad.
Extremely.
So
So
what?
we like Michael Bolton.
Oh, we love Michael
I
Bolton. He's
will run
gorgeous.
for him.
He
He's
is
lovely,
gorgeous.
yeah.
And actually, I did a show years ago.
Did you?
And
Have you
he
met
was-
him?
Yeah. And I was
I'm
hosting a
jealous.
show. I know. We were hosting a show where we were auction. It was called Men for Sale, and we sort of auctioned off. It was a TV program. Various men's to a room full of very wealthy women. And he was one of the prizes, and you won. He would serenade you on stage, and then you would get backstage tickets for one of his concerts or whatever.
Wow, double.
And
My iron tablets.
and it was won by Cheryl Gascoigne. Do you know who she is? She was married to Paul Gascoigne, footballer. Gaza Gascoigne. No. And I was
Oh,
so
Gaza.
jealous.
I know Gaza.
He brought her up on stage and sang a little
Wow.
ballad to her, and then presumably she went and saw him backstage. But I was
Is
too
she
embarrassed
Bianca's
to-
mother?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know who she is.
So we don't mind if Michael Bolton comes
Oh
in.
yeah, if he came in here, that would be.
We would so.
Oh. I
We'd
don't know
like,
if I'll
okay,
do it
everybody out
myself.
the kitchen.
I would change every minute. Oh, play with my hair and all.
Be all
really love
coy.
I really, really love him. I can.
He's gorgeous.
And he just looks so good now without the hair.
Very rugged, absolutely.
Yeah, he looks
great. That whole hair thing was a bit of a... I saw him at the Albert Hall, actually, last autumn. But it was disappointing only because we had two people who were very drunk, believe it or not, at the Albert Hall in front of us, and they were ruining it for everybody. In the end, they got taken out.
Okay.
Yeah, they got kicked out. I don't know what they were doing, but so that kind of took over the whole concert. And then he played a lot of, instead of playing his classics, he played a lot of sort of classical music songs, so sort of old songs like 1950s and whatever, swing and stuff like that, which is fine because it's for him. But
Nikki, what would you be like if you had to share, like, with like, say, friends, with regards to, like, things you don't like, pet hates you have? Have you ever lived with a group of people?
If I lived with a group of people, yes, I did. 4 years ago.
Right. Oh, no, I mean, like, flat sharing.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I lived with my ex-boyfriend, and I lived with my best friend Carly.
Oh, that one goes to the supermarket 4 times a day. I love her.
That says it all. Yeah, she was equally as insane as me, Bryce. We both had our strange ways.
So it worked.
She's worse.
Impossible.
Well,
she
4
can
times a day.
only-
then- Yeah.
She wouldn't last 2 minutes in here, I'll tell you. She can only eat food if she's only just bought it from the supermarket.
Yeah, so she couldn't really survive here, could she? But is it okay for someone to buy it for her, or
No.
she has to go and buy it?
Get it herself.
Oh my god.
Like, if she comes to us for Christmas dinner, she'll have, like, a ready meal, macaroni and cheese.
Why?
Just 'cause we're just strange, Brian. We're just strange.
Yeah, but do you know what? I can understand. I can understand it. I can.
Can you?
Yeah, I can understand how you can get into that frame of mind.
Chantel's used to me because we went on holiday together, didn't we?
Yeah.
She's to make
She
it
knows
what?
my strange behaviour.
Nikki, what do you like on holiday? With, like, towels in hotel rooms?
She goes festivals and everything.
What? Should we have a glass of wine?
Is there any?
My God, you're an alcoholic!
I know, but there's not much else to do, is there?
I want any, I'll fall asleep.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you drink in the daytime, you always fall asleep.
Yeah. Especially there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
There's no egg cups here, is there?
I don't think so.
Have you been to a restaurant where you've ordered your starter, main course, and everything at once? You just want everything at once?
Yes, and I have it all. Yes, I do.
I just like to have a little bit. Yeah.
I'll have some soup. Then.
And it stops him. He likes being good friends with them, or they have secrets he doesn't want them to tell. I don't know.
So he has to keep them around.
I don't know. Yeah, I just
But what secret can someone? Same kind of phobia.
Yeah, I guess he sort of. I think it may not even be a phobia. Maybe some guys are just not bothered about necessarily making that commitment. They sort of think things are fine. Why do I need? They don't have that sense of urgency.
Exactly.
And certainly, if you're kind of handsome and attractive like that, there isn't much need to feel that you have to be attached to somebody, because you know there's always going to be somebody else along. There's a kind of confidence and maybe an arrogance, or they simply don't believe in marriage. I know Simon Cowell doesn't believe in marriage. He always used to say that to me. He says, "Well, it's the oldest, most outdated institution in the world. You know, why do you need to sign a contract?" So he's sort of against the principle as opposed to just thinking that it's a romantic thing.
So do you think he would have been the best person around Cheryl Cole when she was going through what she went through?
Oh gosh, no idea.
Do you think if it was somebody
I think he's
else?
I think he's very straight speaking.
Yeah.
Plain speaking.
What would you have
know?
said to Cheryl?
Oh man, it's always hard. If somebody loves somebody, you can't stop somebody loving somebody. That's the bottom line. She's got to exhaust that relationship until she feels that she can't. She was obviously trying and trying and trying, I guess. I would have. With my experience, I'd have said, no, there's no way. There's no way he's going to... But you can tell somebody that, but they might have to want to learn it themselves. Yeah. And it's there in their face, and it's happened once, and it's got to happen once, twice, three...
Had a
Have you
few
not
one,
ever
I
done
should have
a
been one I used to
handstand?
fly.
I've got a high sex drive.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know.
But I was young.
Maybe I do.
No. When I'm with someone.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When you are with someone, it's like you
Yeah.
have to have it. But when you're not,
No, I
it
can't
just
be
shuts
bothered.
down.
It's just so like meaningless, I think.
Did you
It
also not
makes me
think...
feel really low about myself.
What
Yeah.
does?
One night stands.
Yeah.
Do you not think that when you're in a relationship, that after, like, is this just me, that after a few months, you don't feel as sexual? It turns into something different?
A chore.
No, yeah, but also it becomes quite, the relationship becomes obviously quite loving.
I made my ex.
But you're like this sexual, like, really? Just when you find them less attractive,
Yeah.
it's just not as priority as it used to be.
Who do we think is the most
It turns
sexual
into,
person
like,
here?
love-
Woman.
It's more like loving and like companionship, ain't it?
Who is the most sexual here? I
woman
think.
here?
Who do you think?
Coolio.
No, woman.
Woman.
Cozy.
I'd say Makosi.
Yes.
I
I
don't
made
know.
my ex sleep in a separate bed to me.
That's why he's your ex.
Oh, bless you. And was he okay with
Only at the
that?
end, because I need my sleep.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Oh, bless
You're like,
him.
push over to the other side, leave me alone.
Well, you know, she goes on and on about how you only attract to you people who are compatible to you.
All right.
And she says you only attract situations to you that go on like a magnetic field.
Right, okay.
So I'm thinking to myself, how could someone like that attract, you know, someone on the someone who's totally...
Well, I mean, the weird thing is that I guess they were together a bit before she really made it absolutely huge, right? So she was still in the band and she was well known, but I mean, now she's extremely well known and she's extremely successful, much more sort of in her... The fact that she was, you know, she was streets ahead of him.
Yeah?
You know.
Okay.
I think it's hard for men sometimes if they're with very successful women, to take that.
So you think he was moved to cheat on her with someone who's a bit inferior to
They
her?
do-
And then I'll say, excuse me, can you mind sitting up? Because you standing like that with your arms crossed like that intimidates me. And I'm not going to take that.
She can't reveal names, but when she was having her little fit up in the room.
No, because there's...
That's the thing that's really weird about English people to me.
Minestrone.
Is that you guys
Tomato.
have conversations about people in Tim.
We're very conserved. We're very prudish. We're very...
We don't,
I don't know.
Americans, we don't talk
We like
about,
our space.
We don't talk about,
As if someone had a gun.
No, it's not true. That's totally untrue.
Well, some of us.
I get it. You don't have to have a gun to intimidate me. Intimidated?
I hate hard-boiled eggs.
Speak
Yeah.
I'll teach you. I'll
I
do the
can't eat
Delia
the
thing.
yolk.
I'll tell you how to do the Delia thing. They're perfect every
Can
time.
you do one
How
for
do
me?
you know how to do a Delia thing?
You should put some.
I've got a little.
So cut off.
Yeah, it'd be good.
How gay are you? You're like, not very much. You're
Some
saying
crunch.
But like probably 30%.
that's good.
Preston, there's a hard-boiled egg in that pan if you want it.
No, I'm alright.
You think?
Of course. Coolio, you eat egg.
Okay.
The little pan.
Oh, you're good. You were good there. Oh, I'll build up the confidence. I'll build up the confidence.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Where's the egg? Where's that egg?
It's over there,
I
on the
just
side.
put my soup over my tofu salad
Why?
because I thought it'd be nice.
Oh, okay. Did it on purpose.
Yeah.
How soft do you want it?
Really soft.
Yeah,
Like
alright.
the way you made it the other day.
I can't stand the running.
Do you want to
Got
less
my
it?
yolk.
I feel like
What's
Glenn.
yolk? The yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't mind that. Hard like that, I don't mind. But when it's running, my God.
You need that bowl?
No. Thank you, no.
You know, baby, if you need it, you can get it.
Oh yeah, I need it. Oh yeah. Sorry. Where's the pepper? Oh, it's there. Thank you. Wait.
Richard Branson. Richard Branson. That's who you remind me of. Why? I don't know. That's who you remind me
That's a
of.
compliment, I'm telling you, yeah? Because a successful businessman.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yo, when you live in America, you grow up so prejudiced. Like you're taught to be prejudiced, like you really are. And in order to not be prejudiced, you have to teach yourself not to be prejudiced. You really do. But you're literally like you're almost taught to be a racist. You really are. And you have to. In order to not be a racist, you have to teach yourself not to be.
Well, it's ignorance, isn't it? So you just learn.
It's not necessarily even ignorance. It's just the way it's the way things are set up.
And the point of that is?
No, I just was doing.
Oh, okay.
Just giving you some information.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Just so you know, it was just I was speaking aloud.
I just feel like the American civilization is always better and imposes the belief that it's better than anyone else. That's how I feel sometimes.
Their toys are better.
Well, that's
their toys are better.
It's always better.
Toys. Their toys are better. And
No, but they impose it and they actually believe their civilization, the way they live things and run things, are better than anyone else in the world.
The reason I will see, the thing about that is that Americans learned everything they know from the Brits.
Well, that's what
and then the Brits changed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get it boiling. And then 1 minute. Boil it.
You know, because I put a lid on.
Not yet. Just leave it boiling for 1 minute, then after that, take the lid off and leave it for another 6 minutes.
Because you know, most
not cooking.
There are lots of Americans. Excuse me, sir.
But
lots of
boiling.
Americans they want to be British so bad.
Good job.
Like Americans that are like consider themselves high society or whatever. They want to be British so bad. That's why, you know, in America, if you have money,
yeah,
you have to come to London. Like that's one of the things that people with money in America they have to come to London. They have to, you know, you got people Americans who come to London and they stay here for a while. Kind of like Paris Hilton. Remember she tried to do that?
Did she?
Yeah, yes she did.
But when I go to America, when I leave and come back, I speak so much more English because when I'm over there, everyone's like, "Oh, you're British. Say trousers." And
yeah, they want you to say. They want exactly.
Trousers?
I'm gonna tell you, British men, they can knock off American women like that. You go in the club, start speaking with your, and like women.
Yeah, but that's the same with American men to English women, I think.
I disagree.
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, I disagree. Well,
To me, it's not, anyway. I don't find them a particularly attractive accent.
Don't you? I love it.
Do you? I mean, I love the way
I love
they speak.
Scousers as well.
Huh?
I love Scousers.
I kind of love an accent.
Yeah.
I'd marry a Scouser without even knowing what you look like. Just for the voice.
Why?
I like being English, but I like accents on other people.
Do you like my accent?
Yeah, your Essex accent.
That wooed you, didn't it?
I love to hear British people talk dirty.
Wow, play your cards right. Might just happen.
Well, you know, I got a stacked deck. Little stack. Tell her what a stacked deck. Huh?
A gear stick.
A stacked deck.
No.
What is that? Tell us.
It's kind of, it's cheating. Like you got a stacked deck, you know, all the cards are set up so that each play you make, you're gonna win.
Oh, so I thought you said
a stacked deck.
Yeah. That's what I thought. What's a stacked deck? I'm trying to think.
Because somebody was talking about it.
I thought it was a
play
deck.
your cards right, and I said I got a stacked deck.
Oh, right, I get it now. Sorry.
I didn't get it.
Duh.
There.
That's what I said. A gear stick. You went what?
Anybody want avocado?
Okay.
I'll have a little bit.
I just had one, I'm fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that was quite nice and healthy.
I just love my stick. Ooh, my stick.
Nice.
Right.
Is it hot enough?
Perfect.
I just love my stick. Here we are.
This is a bit weird.
Man, this is like the third time I ate already. It's not even 1 o'clock.
Men can get away with it.
Well, I mean, I'm just loading up on carb. I'm loading up right now because when I get out of the Big Brother house, I definitely won't be eating like this. 3 days.
A closet. Is
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
like a store? Like a
I
store in
think
wood? Like,
I'd like it if we got a task and won a party.
What?
And I was saying that the other night when I felt like I sound like a real brat. I was like, I want a party.
nice.
Well, they just give us 3 bottles of wine. It's not the much of a party, is it?
Yeah, but we want music and nice foods and fun stuff.
I want karaoke.
Yeah.
I want to do my Young MC.
What, darling? Oh, yes, they actually. I found them in the kitchen. They were in the kitchen. I didn't go through your things. I know. I am.
So you went into the field with a horse?
Yeah, and so
Red man, red one.
with Redman and whatever else, and and he sort of came up nuzzling to me and whatever else, and then some of the other horses weren't kind of getting close to me, and I sort of took a sort of, I sort of liked him straight away, because they basically asked you to choose one that you wanted or that you liked. Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason. And then she said, okay, let's go over here into this. Let's walk away and meet some of the other horses. See if there's anyone there that you want to
connect with.
And Redman came after me. Came after me and sort of nuzzling up. And so I said, oh, I'll have him. And so then comes the thing of it's kind of this whole, it's a psychological interpretation of what's going on there. So because when I first chose him, I chose him because he showed an interest in me. So she said, is that the way you choose people to be with, just because they're interested in you? Do you not make that decision consciously about who you want to be with? Or do you just take somebody
First one that comes
who is
along.
Almost.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
so
very interesting.
I then speak to you have that conversation in your head of going, oh. Then there was a whole thing of leading him, and you know, whether you're pulling him along, trying to get him to go and getting him to do things he doesn't want to, or him doing things that I don't want to, and how I responded to that. How did I behave to that? And it was the whole thing about taking control, and a lot of stuff with my mum came up, you know, lots of relations. It wasn't just about sex addiction or anything like that. It's about your human behaviour and your emotional behaviour, and how that translates into the way that you've lived your life, and how you've allowed people around you to...
I want to do that.
And went, yeah, well, there's places you can go and do it. It's a wonderful, but you have to be prepared for it to completely...
break you down.
I thought, bloody horse, I mean, I love horses, what the hell do I want to do this? And it was all about your vulnerability. Your vulnerability was just shown... Of course, we had a camera and sound as well, filming all this, but I was absolutely in pieces afterwards, completely...
Did it work?
So much became... Well, you have to have the therapy, you have to... I think you go through it, and if you stay, you choose a horse, and you work with that horse, and you do it over a period of time. We did it over a period of a couple of hours or something. It's fascinating. I would really, really recommend it.
You think how someone who is addicted to having sex could go and spend a few days with a horse and cure them?
Well, it's part of a lot of things.
Yeah,
they
of
do
course,
a lot
but
of things.
You
It's
think
horse.
initially, like, it's a horse.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I
When you
came
brush its
very
hair,
cynically.
I don't think I
Put a
need
saddle
cure.
on it.
I don't think I need cure for anything, but I want to know who I am.
Yeah.
I want to know what
Well, how you
influences
behave
me.
and how
Yeah.
what influences you, what makes you behave in a certain
The way I behave, yeah.
Or if you have questions in your head, like
I would like to do that.
you know, even your last experience in Big Brother,
Yeah.
and what was going on there? Were you just showing off, or was it your need for, you know, sort of having somebody reciprocate your advances? I mean, there's very...
But I think with the horse choosing, just going through it, I choose my prey. I don't
My
prey, and then I kill it.
I love it, yes, and eat it.
I do the choosing. I'm never comfortable being with someone who's picked me. Why is that, do you think?
Okay, well, so then, well, that's probably, I see you as, I can't possibly analyse this, so don't take this as the written word, for God's sake.
Okay.
But I see you as being somebody who's extremely confident, okay? And you have a great deal, I would imagine, of self-respect and dignity, okay? And so, although last time in Big Brother, maybe not so much dignity.
Thank you very much.
No, but I mean, I don't...
Yeah, I
a great deal of
understand.
self-respect.
Yeah.
So for you, it's very important that you're in control and you have a certain respect for yourself. So there's a level below which you wouldn't consider stooping. So it's very important for you that you are in control and that you pick somebody. Whereas for me, I think the experience was that I've been so flattered that anybody's shown me any interest
Attention.
that I've just... Oh, wow, just gone. You like me?
Oh.
Really? You like me? Really? Aren't I the lucky one?
Back to the last experience when you said dignity. Last time made me who I am now. Before that, yes, I liked getting into a room and I liked people
feeling that,
you know,
yeah,
saying, "Oh, how beautiful is she?"
Yeah.
You know, I really liked all that. But now I'm at a place where in the last 5 years, I don't know what happened. and I could not give you the chain, but I'm at a place where if somebody shows me interest, that's the end of it for them.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like someone. Thank you. I don't like someone coming to me and saying, "Oh, you like buying me a drink. Let me buy you a drink."
Again. Seriously.
And I have been to bars. Like I went. I think it was. Is there a place called Canterbury?
Yes.
Where's Canterbury?
In Kent.
It's the countryside.
Yes,
isn't
yes,
it?
Kent.
it's Canterbury.
It's down in Kent,
Yeah, I
in the
went to a
southeast.
place called Canterbury for a show. There was a show going on in Canterbury, and I saw this really gorgeous guy. He was really nice. I saw him have his drink and
There's
stuff.
someone in the room,
And
isn't
I
there?
bought a drink. I told the barman to go and give him a drink.
I've done that too.
ended
Oh, I
up
could
going
never
out-
do that.
I
ended
did
up
that.
going out with him. But then when you said about the horse, about picking the horse, and you know how they explained it to you, that's what made me want. I want to go there because I want to understand why I am the way I am now. Because I can't recognize this Makosi. She's not the Makosi I was 6 years ago.
But do you like the person that you
I
are
like
now?
me now. I
Oh, you
really,
do?
really
Okay.
like me. I thought I liked the other Makosi.
Yeah.
But then the thought of her...
Third person.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
But the,
seriously?
but the thought of the other Makosi breaks me down because I think she was around for such a long time. And I wish I was then what I am. See, even talking about her
But
makes me cry.
Well, don't, because the thing is that most of us in life, and it would be highly unusual if you're not, are on a journey.
Yeah.
And we're different people at different times. Unless you stay the same person,
Yeah.
and you're interested in finding out what that journey was and why were you the way you were,
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you were bad then. It just means that what made me behave or be
Yeah.
the person that I was then, and what is it that's making me the person that I am now?
yeah.
Part of that will be the way that you are now is because
I
you
was what-
presumably didn't. You've gone through that episode, and you want to be something else now.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't understand her. I don't know who she is, and I feel cheated on because she was around for a very
huge
long time.
part of your life. Yeah.
She was around for a very, very long time.
But
And
it's important, I always think, not to regret, in terms of regret wastes a lot of energy and can be a lot of heartache. It's, you know, the old saying, it's never a sin to sort of, make a mistake, but it is a sin not to learn from it.
Yeah.
I like that analogy.
Yeah. It's not.
It's just really important that you can have experiences, and I certainly have been various different people, or I look back and I think, wow, how did I?
Apparently, we are an individual. We have almost like 7 sub-personalities.
Okay.
We all have like characteristics of ours, which can be divided in sub-personalities. So you are a sub-personality when you go out. You are one of those. You are one when you're dealing with business. You are one when you interact with your parents. You are one. Do you know what I mean? We all have sub-personalities, but
Ricky, you'd said a very valid point there that you shouldn't have regrets.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And what you've said
It's
about
hard.
relationships you've had and high-profile relationships and people knowing about
Listen,
it.
how was
have you not
Sven?
regret some of that where you kind of went, or
Rika,
do you
how
learn
was-
like?
No,
you're
stop it. I want to know about Sven. Is
no.
it really good?
And you say
I'll
that
tell you.
it's not a sin to make a mistake, but it's a sin to not learn
to
from
learn
it.
from it, yeah.
How did that
So
happen?
that's quite good what you've said. It's not regretted, but once
Yeah.
you learn from it.
Well, I can't regret it because I can't undo what has happened before. Of course,
But
there are
how did it happen?
There are two conversations going on.
Yeah.
here.
No, I want to know
There are
now. I'm
things you
sorry, I'm
do.
fascinated.
There are things that you do in your life. I mean, I think the thing in my life has been because the few relationships that I have had have been prominent, they've been public.
Yeah, of course.
So people have, like we have, opinions about other public relationships.
Yeah.
And people don't really know what's going on in the
Yeah,
background.
that's true.
But again, being the sort of feminist that I am, I look back at my very unfeminist behaviour in the past,
yeah.
although I think at the very core of me I always have been a feminist, is that I sort of think, that I feel very strongly that the woman, and in this case it has always been me, is always seen to be the guilty one, or
Oh,
it's my
the women
fault.
always are
You know,
the
it's my fault
blame.
the marriages have broken down, or that relationships have ended. Some might even allude to the fact that it was my fault that I was, you know, beaten up or whatever. You know, that
Of
sort
course, I
of thing.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
And
about
I take my. I've always been a person who takes my share of responsibility, always, because I don't have an inflated view of myself and think that I'm too good to apologise or to be in the wrong. Although I am mostly right now. So I think that I do look back and I think there are things that, of course, you wish you hadn't done, or you had learned. But I've learned so much from that, and I think that was the beauty. And in fact, to fit ironically, the relationship with Sven, and I can say this because I wrote about it in my book, available in all good bookshops.
Hardback.
Yeah.
Hardback.
Please buy the hardback.
Yeah.
No, was that that was the first relationship that I actually took a stance, and I had actually learnt something. I learnt to be a bit Ulrika-friendly, rather than subject myself to somebody who was behaving in a way which I deserved much better, or who wasn't even willing to... Very nice man. I mean, you know, the thing was that...
I'll have him after you.
You can. I'm sure
She's finished with him a long time ago.
I don't think he's got a job anymore anyway. No, because he was in the World Cup, wasn't he?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
managing Ivory Coast, I think. But, no, what I learnt from that was that instead of, you know, there was somebody, it came out in the papers...
God, it was a massive deal.
It was a huge story.
Yes.
Well, of course it was.
They were outside your door and
the two more
everything.
unlikely people in that respect. But
Yeah,
so
I mean, that in
came
itself.
out, and then very quickly, because the world is run by men and football is the most important thing in the world, it became a story about myself and Nancy. It had nothing. Sven was suddenly sidelined.
Whatever. It's good for you.
Funny. Preston,
Yeah.
can you wash me an apple, please?
Wash an apple, yeah.
Is that alright?
Is that
A nice one.
Should I be doing that?
No, oh no, is that one got funny
It's
holes
got one
in it?
little guy there.
Yeah, I don't want one that's got maggots as well. This one. Oh no, I
They're
don't
all.
want one.
Oh, don't be so
Oh,
fussy.
yeah,
Oh,
did you
pear.
have maggot in your year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I watched him at V the other week.
How was he?
So funny. I've seen him before.
They've got a new thing, a new album or something, haven't they?
They're so... I love Goldie Look and Chain. They're hilarious. There's this new band called Midnight Beast who, like, try and copy them. They're quite funny, but they're nowhere near as good.
Huh? Is that bad? Do you want me to cut that bit out?
No.
Are you just going to put it back?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't like it. It's got two fingernails.
Yeah. It is fingernails properly, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gross.
Guys.
I'm sorry that Delia let you down, Nick.
No,
And we had that kind of Swedish connection. Sounds
Of
pathetic,
course,
but
right.
you know, when it
You
first
could speak
started,
Swedish.
when it first started,
Crack
Would
on.
you like some wine?
Huh?
Take you like some wine.
Yeah, I might just have a little glass of wine.
Have it.
Just like a bit like, why
Have
not?
nice
Try it.
Brilliant.
Surely something's got to happen today because I can't believe they'd let us sit here for the 3rd day in a row and not do nothing.
I know.
Well, we had Darren last
Yeah, I
night.
suppose.
We had Nikki's task the day before, so
Yeah, you're right.
because it's eviction, I might just go. We can't be bothered with trying to cut in Josie going.
And also Saturday night is like a boring night. It's just a repeat
I don't watch on Saturday because it's.
Yeah,
you've seen
exactly.
it.
So we don't need to do nothing today, do we?
No. We can do a John. We can just go not talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
It's sort of burning off, isn't it?
I'm going to have a bath, I think.
Yeah, it's nice that bath. Have you been in it yet?
No.
It's lovely. You stayed in it for ages. It's something to do, isn't it?
Mm.
What's it, Friday? Yeah.
Can't believe it's Friday. It feels
I
like
know.
Saturday.
It's gone so quick this week. Like, I think that we got picked up on Monday.
Mm.
Get back from Cyprus.
Not till tomorrow.
Oh, really?
It's horrible thinking that she's not watching.
Oh, I bet she is. They must have English telly out there.
I think she watched Launch, but she's not going to go to the bar every night.
Oh, I bet she will.
I hope so.
I bet
doubt
she
it,
will. I'd say definitely. You're really close to your mum's. I'd say 100% she will. Who's she gone with?
though. My cousin.
Oh. Where are the dogs then?
My sister's looking after them, begrudgingly.
well, my
I
best
will
friend,
never ever let
Jenny,
a sister down.
we call each other sisters, and it's so important
Exactly.
about that
Well,
connection.
also from a shallow point of view.
What?
From a shallow point of
Here
view.
we go,
you
more
know,
detail.
No, not like that. But you know when you ring your girlfriends, well, I've met a guy. One of you-
There's mad things, like you can buy like wardrobes for your dog's
I know,
clothing.
sofas.
Everything. Yeah, sofas, the lot. They've got nice beds. Yeah, I bought them nice little beds. Did you bring an egg?
I've asked for them. I'm waiting.
All right. What one sort have you got?
One of Mum and the dogs.
Yeah.
One of me and my friend Sarah, and one of me and my friend Leon.
Ah.
You've got yours, haven't you? I saw the one of your mum and the dogs. All your dogs.
Yeah. I've got my dogs. They haven't given me my other one yet. One of my mum and my brother. It's a bit weird, but I think they've got to call them or something, like to make sure that it's alright. That
Yeah, clear it.
Yeah. Who do you think will go out?
Commitment, and men by nature can't generally just commit to one woman. And
But it is
really,
true.
really, it's not about happiness. It's just like the.
But it's a good excuse to fall back on as well. I can't
Yeah.
help it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm
It is, and
programmed
it
that
doesn't
way.
justify it. It
But
doesn't
don't they say
justify
men
it.
can distinguish between sex and love, and
Right.
women, it's love. That men go, oh,
Well, they
I can
can't
have sex with
distinguish.
you,
Yeah, but they
it's
may
just
not be
sex,
able
but
to.
I love
yeah.
you.
Yeah, totally.
But then when women do it, it's like, what a slag.
Yeah, that's
and someone's like, oh my God, she's a skank, bet she's riddled. A guy does it, his mates go, yeah, here's
He's
a beer.
macho. Oh,
Yeah.
completely. So women who are sexually confident and go out to get what there's something still
Nadia,
something
for
that
example.
society finds very distasteful about
Yeah,
a woman
yeah.
who is open about.
It's like Samantha
sex
Jones from
or-
Sex and the City. When she
Exactly.
did it, it was like, ooh, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
No, there's something about a confident woman. Take away the
That
sex.
people find threatening.
Yes. You know, Barack Obama can stand there and say whatever he wants to say, or any man can stand there and say, but a woman always has to say, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, a woman always has
Well,
to
that's why
say,
they don't
it is
like-
you,
Yeah.
it's because of you, I am like this. You understand? Men can just say it's because of, and men are happy to say behind every successful man, you know, you have
There's
to
a
be
good
not
woman.
in front, behind. She has to be behind. But a woman cannot just go there and say, you know what, this is me. I'm Eureka. I've done this. I've got 4 kids. I'm building a house. People don't take to confident women like they take to
No,
confident
because
men.
and in business as well, you know, business women are always seen as bitches.
Yes.
And ambition in a woman is very unattractive. But an ambitious man is.
But it's what's expected. If
Yeah.
you're not ambitious, what's wrong with you?
You can't provide for your family, you know, that sort of thing.
I love our therapy times.
Do you know what I was gonna
We have
say?
a session
Can I
every
book a
day.
I was
session
gonna
tomorrow?
say this for me feels like therapy.
But it is good
Because
to talk.
going into the water today, that's the first time I've been in a jacuzzi.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how stupidly. I've just remembered, I was going, what's the big deal there?
I know, I just did that
gonna
too.
go-
I'm going to get some water. Does anybody want
No, thank you.
No, thank
God,
you.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So being
Then I'll
here
be
is
out.
like
Ah,
therapy.
you could-
to me.
okay,
It's
I'm
like,
fine, I've just had
It's like
You've had a change from Anthony to John.
yeah.
You wasn't as good.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow I can shower with him again. And
That,
I'll get
I
closer.
suppose you forget, in a sense, that may have had, like, obviously, when you've done that and you're saying you didn't know who that person was, but then I suppose having to come to terms with that, and that must be a difficult thing, or even you're saying now getting back in the jacuzzi, because obviously no one knows
It's not as easy as
how you
people can
feel about
figure
it
it out, yeah.
afterwards. No.
Yeah.
Because people have these, oh, you shouldn't have done that, oh, look at her in the jacuzzi, or blah, blah, blah. But you're the one that has to...
I want to have an experience in a jacuzzi. Nick?
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Nick's a happily
Cardi B.
married man. But now that you've done it once, you should do it again. Get back in, I mean.
With John, yeah.
Yeah, with John.
That's what I think of in this paranoia, thinking what task for Makosa. They could have just her and Anthony glass of champagne.
Oh, we were saying a jacuzzi task for you.
I would not go into that water with Anthony.
We said we might give Makosi a jacuzzi task. Nick was saying that yesterday. Can you imagine if they did?
We'd go hungry, wouldn't we?
You would go
You'd
hungry.
be like, no.
You would go hungry. If they give me Ola, maybe.
But would you not
Oh, she's a
want to
pretty
take this
girl.
opportunity to make him really say what he's not saying, or denying what's not to be denied?
But then why would you want to rake it all up?
Do you understand? What I don't want is it being spoken about.
Yeah.
Do
What
you
are we talking
understand?
about? Oh, you don't want it being spoken.
Oh, you could get in and just go,
What you?
He's like-
You're.
and drown him.
I
Okay.
would drown him.
with your breasts.
Yeah. I would.
Who's that? I think it's my leg.
Do
It's
these
spasming.
things vibrate like our mics?
No, I think it was
Because
just my
how
leg.
Yeah, of course.
I felt a vibration before. What are you?
On the mic.
Yeah, on my mic. He just thought his phone was
I
going.
just was like, oh, my phone's going off, but I think my leg was just
Really?
spasming.
Yeah.
And I keep checking for my wallet.
I wish I could drink as much water as you do.
It's so good for you.
I don't drink enough. I really don't drink enough.
This is Big Brother. Housemates are reminded not to hold or spin their microphones around by the wire.
Brian?
What? What did she say?
Don't spin your microphone by the wire.
No, I was just calling Chantal a bitch. Now, where were we?
We were in the middle of having.
If someone was that competition going, and what, Chantal? What can you say? Come on. What is it? Get it off your chest, fake as it is. Come on. Say it. Oh, gonna cry, are you? Gonna cry?
Oh, don't be mean, Brian.
And that's for you.
Brian, why are you being so horrible to us?
Yeah, That's what I'm talking about. That's the fighting spirit. Well, you know what? Now what?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I don't smoke.
We'll start.
Because you're Breton, right? Anyway, and
Yeah, so do you want a coffee or anything?
So tea?
Brian, do you want tea or coffee?
No, thank you, love.
You have it black, don't you, babe?
You blacked out.
A black coffee, please. Thanks.
Huh?
Was it Mr. Ed?
In the horse that I was with was called Redman. He has a lot to answer for wherever you are.
Is it based on the 12 steps or?
Yeah.
What 12 steps?
This is
12
steps
steps
of
Alcoholics Anonymous.
or cocaine or drug or. So one is acceptance. I think like the 5th is you ring up and make amends to people you may have harmed or said things to or done things to.
Well, there's 12
I'm-
steps basically.
Ah.
Believing in a greater power to.
I'm not addicted to anything. I just want to know me.
Well, the Hoffman process is now supposed to be the in vogue thing.
Oh yeah.
I need to do that with pizza. Can I do 12
Pizza
steps
addiction.
to stop
Yeah.
for my pizza addiction?
Now, you
That'd be
just
great
sounded
after
really
after our
dorky
2
by
hours
saying
analysis
that.
here.
Sign up the
he
rock
goes,
and roll.
I need to do that for pizza.
Pizza. I know.
I can't.
That's very interesting. This is a proper studio.
It is. You keep thinking it is actually a studio.
Yeah. We're living in a studio.
Kind of reminds me of the Big Breakfast, of that kind of vibrant.
Big Breakfast.
Big Breakfast was a program.
Did you do Big Breakfast?
Yeah.
But that
ages
wasn't
ago.
here.
Hmm?
That wasn't here.
No, it wasn't here, but it's like that kind of very airy,
Bleached out,
housey.
yeah. Studios always look so different in, like, always much more crap in real life. They just do wonders with their camera angles and stuff.
Well, it's like one of press,
Like
press
if you
TV.
do, like even the Right Stuff or something like that, it's a tiny, tiny room with like
Oh,
about
I
5
know,
people.
it's tiny, isn't it?
The Right Stuff, that's on Channel 5.
Yeah,
That's at the,
I love doing that.
That's the same place they do. That's at Princess TV, isn't
He's
it?
a cool guy.
Who, Ian Wright?
Princess Productions.
No,
Yeah.
Matthew Wright.
Oh, okay.
It's done at that big shopping centre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whiteley.
Queen in Queensgate, was it?
Well, they do something for the weekend as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, with
Tim Lovejoy.
Tim, yeah.
Oh yeah, he came on Shooting Stars.
He's cool. He's a big Scar fan. Likes his Scar.
He was very nice.
He's cool.
That cigarette packet is like horrible.
It's gross, right? Looks like the front cover of some heavy metal album.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that when you light up next.
Exactly.
No, that's
It's
my
awful as you
addiction.
have to put the cigarette packet away so you can't look at
can't
it.
see it,
No, but
yeah.
I always think
We need to make some
that
food.
the whatever the warnings are, they're the only one that applies. Like, so if it's smoking while pregnant harms your baby, I'm just like, oh, phew, I'll be all right.
I'm not pregnant.
house.
Really?
There must be bigger
When
characters.
Brian Downey walked down the steps, I was like, no, seriously, they've got it all wrong. Someone has made a mistake.
There are bigger characters coming.
This I lasted 10 weeks.
So don't
babe,
relax
not
yourself.
Well, I didn't have to, did I?
Can you imagine though, seriously, if I came down and you were like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Are you meant to be here?
You meant to be here, babe. I'm like, yeah, but it's also a big brother.
Yeah, what? Seriously?
What are you doing
I don't get it. It must be a mistake.
But I guarantee you there's people out there that, in the papers, are people thinking, is this the ultimate house?
Exactly. This can't be it, you guys.
But I think
I'm
you could
thinking
say
that. I'm not
anyone.
even in the paper.
Do you know
and
what
I'm
I mean?
thinking
You
that.
could, if there was 10 other people, you could say it. Do you know what I mean? I think, you know.
I think they're going to get an ex-housemate in to come in and put one of us lot up.
Yeah,
They can
maybe.
choose.
Listen, it's all really nice. Please pass the salt, honey.
It's lovely.
It's all really nice,
Yeah.
and you know, I think everyone I've met here, kind of had to be here. Like, you know, I had
You can
those
understand.
names exactly.
Yeah.
I can understand why the people that are here, but then for some reason I'm thinking, the ultimate is a huge word for just them to, you know, for this to be it.
But the guys behind the scenes are so clever. And they also, don't forget, will be loyal. People, the fans, are obsessive. No.
Don't shake. I hate it.
Okay, I won't shake, I won't sleep. What will I do? Jesus Christ, I can't really do
It
much.
makes me nervous. You sit there going like that.
Go on, Brian.
It's that they're very clever behind the scenes. They obviously know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They had it planned for months.
Yeah.
Years.
Just with you as the exception.
Just with me.
Yeah.
As the exception.
A nutritional lunch.
I'm only joking, my sweet.
Maybe Helen said no, so you know they gave it to me. I think I said that somewhere. I think I said that maybe. I think my VT. You couldn't get Helen.
No, that's not true.
Oh, my eyes are going
Trying to be funny.
saggy and shaggy and oh my gosh.
Do you think she'd come in?
Yeah, I think I wasn't. Because again, I slept well last night, but I think maybe I'm not used to sleeping well.
Helen,
Okay.
was it my years in second?
Yeah. Why
I'm
would
used to
you come in?
sleeping long and
Over it.
Moved on with her life.
And is she with that bloke?
No, they broke up.
Oh, that's a shame.
I want Stu to come in. She's so good.
Who?
Chicken stew.
Yeah.
So good.
No, I thought Dale. I'm not Dale. I'm the other Stuart.
Oh, no.
Oh, Dale. I went out with Dale for a little while.
What was he like?
He was really nice.
Oh, what
I
my.
went out with him. I
you
just...
guys
dated.
keep it in the family, don't you?
Oh, no, not. It was, there was only the one guy that I sort of went out with.
Good kiss up is a great kiss up.
Yeah.
And how was that?
Huh?
How was everything else with him?
Oh, no, we just went out for dinner. That was it.
Oh, Chantal.
Did he pay?
Oh,
Yeah.
What kind of cool.
Yeah. I didn't go out with him. I just went on, like, we just hung out.
Did you snog?
We did, yeah.
Did you do anything else?
Chantal, who haven't you snogged?
Well,
You snogged Dave Bowers as well, didn't you?
yep, I snugged Dave Bowers.
Well, you minx.
Well, you know, let's spread the love. I'm embarrassed.
Dave Bowers, he's a nice guy. I like Dave.
He's lovely.
I met him on the underground the other week.
How many people have you dated in the past
Did you say
4
hi?
years?
Yeah,
Was he quite friendly and nice?
I love him.
3.
You were in love with him?
No,
Including the ones you
I
snogged.
like him as a mate.
I don't, no,
He's
like,
not my type.
I never
Why?
went out with Ben
Fancy
Adams. I
Because
never
they go
went
for
out with Dane,
dirtbags.
and I never
you
went out
said
with
that people
Dale. It
want
was
to
just
need
like,
your help.
Snog.
Yeah.
you know, like you meet up and you go out for
Maybe
dinner.
that's where you're wrong,
and
babe.
yeah, I kissed them, but it weren't
I know,
like.
but I'm happy
That
he's
was
doing
it.
this.
Do you know what I mean? And then we're still,
You should
I'm
just have
still
someone who
friends with all.
wants to
well,
be with
not
you
so much
and
Ben. I
maybe
lost
wants to
contact
help
with,
you if
but
you need
everyone
it.
else,
No, I
still
like
chat to. It's not like they were my boyfriend or anything.
The British one of all of Big Brother history is chicken stew.
I'm not so sure.
What, is that out of celebrity as well?
What did
No,
you
I
say?
say Dane.
And Michelle Bass.
Nah.
Do you remember Michelle Bass, Stu? He's the fittest.
Oh yeah, he is.
Do you think?
Yeah.
With the long
No.
hair? I agree with you. I think no.
No, I don't.
Who do you think?
Who was
Oh, is it out of celebrity Big Brothers?
All of it.
All of them.
Dane Barris.
I think Dane's lovely. Don't you think he's lovely looking?
Not my type.
Maybe my
I
time.
don't know him.
He was in a
He's
boy
such
band.
a nice bloke.
He's a lovely,
he's
lovely guy.
Lovely.
He's funny.
You
He's
like
so
pretty
funny.
boys though.
I don't know. Do you reckon?
You do. Preston is pretty.
Really?
But then I love builders. I cannot drive past
But-
the building site without
but-
going.
Yes,
And then going ah.
I get that.
Yeah, I love builders because I love men that can build things.
Can Preston build anything? Maybe get a few matches and build a house. A few cards.
No, but that's the thing. I haven't actually got a type. It's just, you know, when you meet someone and you like them.
Yeah, it's an instant.
Yeah, it's like they don't necessarily have to be like amazing looking. See, I'm not shallow like
Because Defoe is
some
not-
people, but
Defoe is not cute though.
who?
Defoe.
No, I didn't. Like I said, when I first met him, I didn't even fancy him. He was just nice to me for 3 weeks.
Oh, you went out for 3 weeks?
No, like about 6 months, but for like, you know.
And like, is there much interest, like, if you're at a club, do people take pictures?
I never.
In a van at the moment. That's what, you know, the type that I've been dealing with.
What do you like?
Lives in his van with a sheet up against the window
Why has he got a sheet against the window?
for a curtain.
Makes sense.
When you say that's
And
the
do you know
type...
what? This, I'll tell you a story. I got tickets for the Big Chill, and I was like, oh, like phoning around. And I was like, oh, I've got these tickets if you want to come. Oh, he's. So anyway,
Love it.
I was like,
I'm loving it.
I love that. Not like.
so
Open this.
brother.
You don't.
You can't.
Do it to the spouse.
Ah, how interesting.
Turns up and he spends a
Nepal in
and
this
then
kitchen.
leaving me to babysit.
Well, you're getting
his
jealous.
brother. So we haven't spoken since. He didn't even thank me for the ticket.
So you ended up babysitting a 13-year-old brother when you were thinking,
At
I'll
a
call him because
festival.
I've got a chance of getting bow chicka wow wow.
Van doing whatever he's doing. I know what he was doing, but I can't say it on TV. That's where it stands.
Sorry.
Or to wish me good. Because I told him I was going to Australia. Hasn't even rung me before I go to say good luck, rah rah rah.
So you said to him November, and this is
No, I said
September.
I'm going on the 20. I said I was going on the 23rd
Of
to
August.
Australia, travelling till January.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that,
Okay.
They'll get a shock.
Obviously now they know.
but he's just he was just awful, like so awful. And loved him, like really. So glad I got
He's
away
woken
with
up.
Where did
I
you
won't-
meet him?
Oh,
You like banging
Drinking the
people,
Beast's
don't
Coke.
you? Is this his?
and I
Drink it.
just, yeah, like he hung around in our group of friends,
Yeah.
and he was like brought him out.
Yeah.
And did you?
Yeah, until I broke up with him, and now. No
Do you mean that?
way.
You wouldn't?
100%. I've moved on now. I'm really glad he came to the Big Chill because it made me see him. Person. Yeah.
Would Nikki, would you go out with a football player?
Never. Would you?
No. I've been though.
Why wouldn't you go to a football player?
I won't say who it is.
I just don't like.
Hey.
I won't say.
I
can
used
whisper
to
it.
want to,
Go on
but
then.
not anymore.
Premiership.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Tell me if I know his name.
Oh, okay.
Would I know this person?
Yeah, you'd heard of him.
What's that?
You'd heard of him.
David Beckham. Oh my God, Macozy, well done.
Biscuit. Yeah, I do know who you mean.
Don't repeat it though.
No, I won't.
Attractive? Really attractive. Better than her
Cristiano
Defoe.
Ronaldo.
I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo's that hot. Hot?
John Terry.
Who's John Terry?
Joe Cole. These are the only ones I know. Stephen Gerrard.
Yeah. Saul Campbell.
Jamie Redknapp.
Louise is like, what?
William Callas.
The guy from
Didier Drogba.
the guy
What other ones
from the guy
do we
from
know?
Oh, Didier Drogba.
Eric
Hot.
Cantona. Eric
Didier
Cantona.
Drogba is hot though.
Goss
I
from
like
Big Brother
Didier
4.
Chantal,
Jason from
do you think
Big Brother.
Drogba is hot?
Who?
Drogba.
No, I
Who's
don't.
Jason
Why
Mraz
not?
is?
Just don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
number
find him
5.
attractive.
Gosh from Big
like
Brother
his
4.
His bum.
Idiot footballer.
No.
I want to think of it before I know who he's talking about. His great
Someone's
big,
brother.
muscly blonde guy, quite
Yeah.
old.
He's got a brother as well.
Gaza. Is it Gaza?
No, it's. Oh, he's got a funny name.
I didn't even have to ask her. Freddie Lumberg.
That's it.
Oh, no.
Can I rap for you now? My attitude is totally different.
So, what did she say? Of course you can. You know you want to. I know you really want to.
You okay, Eureka?
See, right now you've got the angel and the devil on your shoulder,
Yeah,
don't you?
I know.
Just taking a
The angel is
15-minute
like,
nap.
and the devil's
If
like,
you-
yeah, you know you want to.
Oh, please.
Oh, I can't.
The whole nation.
What team? What team?
I don't know.
No, don't. She's told you that'd be a bit mean. Just tell me. No, seriously, we shouldn't. We shouldn't ask.
Oh, she whispered. The whole nation knows. Might as well. Do you think that no one's gonna?
Yeah, it would come up and things.
Well, no,
they were gonna-
they can't do
Either
that
they-
because it's someone
they're
else's
not gonna
name. So
yeah, it won't be shown anyway. They can't show names.
How can they not?
Oh, I kind of feel
don't,
bad.
don't, please don't.
Oh no.
No, because that's not fair if someone tells you something.
Yeah.
It's like the sick you told me last night, I only told Nadia.
She wanted to tell us.
Oh, Nadia, can I have a biscuit, please?
No.
Okay.
What's that?
Joking. I love it. You are no better than other...
You know better. You're no better than anybody else.
Okay, do it in a Scottish accent.
You're no better than anybody else in this house.
Do a Scouser.
No, do the whole text in Scottish.
You really need... I can't because I've mastered it in Welsh.
So, I'm doing it in Welsh. So, Imogen
You
texted
really
her.
need to keep yourself grounded, Nikki. You're no better than anybody else in that house. People are getting tired of your rants.
Who's that?
Imogen from Big Brother. She needs to go away and get a knife.
Laters.
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong with you? God, I've been so healthy on my diet in this house. I'm losing so much weight.
You're doing really well.
Aren't I?
Yeah.
The chocolate biscuit diet is amazing.
I recommend the apple pie and custard.
I've not tried that diet.
You lose so much weight.
I also like the crisp sandwich diet.
Yeah?
Yesterday.
That was an amazing diet. What's the tofu diet like?
You put so much weight doing that. Honestly, stick to the apple and custard.
Okay.
And chocolate digest.
It's other things you see like when you've been framed or candid camera shows, and the baby's completely covered in chocolate. And they go, the chocolates are basically go, did you eat mommy's chocolate? And you go, no, mommy. Chocolate over the face. Tell mommy you swear. I swear I didn't touch your chocolate. You do something like that.
Shush. Can you hear all them people?
No,
Sorry. What? Get Chantal out. Did you hear it too? I heard it this morning. But they were saying, get the skank out. Everyone knows. That had to be you, surely. Oh, then again, it could have been Nadia. I do that all the time. People are a bit like, I do that. I'd be like, did you hear that? And they're like, what? Outside. And I'd be like, what? Get Michael out. And they're like, it's really mean, actually.
Get Grace out was the big one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did they just say, get Grace out? It was blatantly obvious. And Mikey was like, no, babe. They said, get the ball out. And I was like, Mikey, they blatantly said, get
Mikey?
Grace out. The guy she married.
Oh, yes.
I loved Mikey. He was so much fun. He used to do pranks on everyone and just, I loved him.
Oh, thank you. No.
Should we have a little bit of wine?
What the hell?
Just a little bit.
You've been saying that since breakfast.
I know. Do you want a bit?
You have it, Chantel.
I can't. I think I'd be drunk if I drank that right now.
Oh, please.
Let's see you do something like that.
Should we play
I got a little bit drunk last night.
You were drunk.
I know.
Drunk.
Something is in there.
Did I do anything bad?
No. Well,
Apart from
actually, I
getting in
was
there
lying.
naked.
Coming on to me in the net was a bit
Well,
embarrassing
like,
for
it's
your
really
ex-wife. Now she knows why you divorced. Yeah, Chantal, it was over me. That's why I'm here.
Wow. It's always amazing when you see your ex with someone worse than you, isn't it?
Chantal, I walked to that twice before I could get up.
Oh no, what is it?
Washing up.
No, he
Yeah.
peed. He came when he was looking at you. Oh, that's vulgar.
Tuesday slumming it.
I know. I've been slamming at you.
Oh, amazing.
What?
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Enough of the biscuits, you
I
fat
don't
people.
like them. I like
Seriously.
dark chocolate.
God.
I like the hobnob ones.
I love something in the chocolate.
hobnob.
Dark chocolate hobnob.
We should be eating grapes and
I know.
apples. but it's
It's all
just
here.
like-
The sun's out.
Should we go out there?
No. I'd love Fanta.
Oh.
I'd love a
I got
glass.
Orangina.
We're sun-kissed.
Yep. Still do that. in
I wish
America.
we'd got Sprite or lemonade so I could have a
I thought
spritzer.
there was lemonade. Did someone else say? Oh, lemon coke.
Because I can't, I just hate drinking wine. I hate the taste of it.
So do I. I've got to have
I
spritzers.
should bother with this.
I just have to drink beer.
Oh.
I don't mind beer. I quite like Carlsberg.
What are we going to do now then?
I'm going to have a bath.
Great.
That's my excitement for the day. I've been saving it. I was like, shall I do it now? No, I'll leave it a bit longer.
I've not had a bald yet.
That's not
You've had one?
Yeah.
You've had it?
Yeah, you haven't now.
It just takes forever. It's not really the most comfortable bath ever, is
No,
it?
it's not.
You can't necessarily stretch without going all under, can you?
No, it's hard, isn't it?
Funny.
Can you French plait?
No.
And the water takes
Same
forever
crap,
to fill.
Basically, yeah.
No.
Can you French plait?
Can you?
Yeah, I'm not, like, I haven't done it for a while. So I'm
Can you
not
do my
sure.
hair in 2 plaits and I'm going to put it up?
What's the French plait?
It's
Well, then
like,
what you could just do is part your hair and just do tie it here, plaited, and then you put
Yeah,
it.
that's
Oh, it's
what
when
I
you plait
usually
it into
do.
your hair.
Brian, can
is
you
it?
do the plait that goes like there? Just one.
They're amazing, though.
Yeah.
What you can do is take a segment out.
Can kind of do it, but it's crap. It was on my VT.
Oh, really?
My hair was like that, but I'd done it. I'd been out the night before and done it and left it in to go and do the VT.
How long over were you?
Barely.
It's got to be a big chunky one.
Yeah.
I like the hairbands you get that match your hair with the
Yeah,
plait.
they're lovely, yeah.
I'm rubbish at hair. So many times I've just been like, I'm just going to cut the whole lot off.
Oh my God, don't. You've got lovely hair.
And you've got to back comb the back of it a bit.
Yeah.
Give it some lift. Okay, I'm not saying that look really suits you.
Let's see.
But considering I can't even see what I'm doing, I think that's a good job. I'd go out like that.
That side's away, it's the other side. Look at the side without the plait, Nikki. No, the other side. Like that.
If I got that in a salon, I'd ask my money back. I'd be like, right, you've done that now, when can I get my hair done?
Oh God.
Yeah, but if I stood and took a bit more time.
Yeah.
I
No.
never bother doing my hair. I should do, really. I think it wastes my time.
So you expect someone else to do it?
Down or... I
That's a
don't
waste
know,
of having
down.
hair if you're not going to do something
It
different.
is.
Well, I could have for you.
No.
Would you ever dye your hair brown?
I was thinking about it.
Imagine we
I
get
was
rid of
thinking
Bob
about
Deere.
getting a pixie cut, like really,
Really short.
white pixie. My friend Rachel's got that, and she's so pretty. And I was just like, Rachel, I'm just going to copy your hair. She's like, don't you dare cut your
I
hair.
could see bleach blonde, short.
I just don't know.
My-
Like it's so long, and I do love having long hair, but I just can't do anything with it.
Oh, I like it.
Can I
Yeah,
cut
but
yours
you
off?
can style yours. It's different for you.
No, I like your hair though. I don't think you should cut it. And
Shave
yours,
it.
Nadia.
Shall I?
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
right.
Oh, we'll do Brian the honest.
You'd love it.
Coming up tonight and you're like that. I could.
You'd
keep
be
it.
in your element shaving.
Oh, my element. And I keep your hair as a wig and wear it at home.
That would give me so much joy.
Oh, Nikki, I think I've died and gone to heaven. I want a fizzy drink, but I don't have any John's Diet Coke.
I think you've got one chilling in here.
Hey.
It's a
It's a
frozen.
bit of sun,
It's like-
isn't it?
Only the top layer.
Yeah.
Turn it upside down.
I'm going to use this toilet for the first time. I thought I'd change.
Oh my God, if that's that loud. You just have to sit knocked over.
Brian, look, there's loads over there.
Oh, is
I'll
it
have a
locked?
little glass.
Oh, maybe it's locked.
I'll have a wee
I don't know.
glass.
I've had this cup of tea now. It's going to be extremely hyperactive.
Oh, hyper Nikki.
Not
I
good.
think so
I'm
too.
not sure we're all ready for that.
They should give me decaf. I've been asking. She's about to say.
Nikki, that can't be normal, darling.
Have you?
Not to have pooed. Do you not
Feel
poo a lot?
quite bloated and heavy down
Do you not
there.
poo? Do you poo a lot?
Every day, and I haven't been yet. I've got to go and have a bath. I've been loafing around all morning.
Just like this, exercising now with your dressing gown.
Yeah, but I did do exercise, I guess.
Is that grass not wet, love? Oh, I wish there was... Wouldn't it be amazing?
Do you think they should take us to Pizza Hut today?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Do you love Pizza Hut? Is that your favourite restaurant to go like eat out, sort of fast foodish?
Nando's.
Yeah, I love Nando's.
Nando's is my best joint. I know all the Nando's they are to know. You want
Really?
Nando's? If you're anywhere in London and you phone me and you say, Makosi, I want a Nando's, I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
which building are you looking at now? Turn left. You're now 5 minutes away from it.
Yeah, I love it. I love all the
Nando's.
sauces and that.
Yeah.
Chantal, I've just done it again.
What?
Look, I'm like this, look.
Is that toilet open?
No, how weird. Hello?
It's weird, isn't it?
There's nothing wrong with you, Brian. That's what beautiful people do.
Hello? Somebody help us, please. We're trapped in a house.
Let us out. Listen, what's her name taught us how to get out of here? Josie.
Josie, yeah.
Me?
Crack.
Now I know. When I'm ready, I just...
Crack, go.
I give someone a compliment so that people don't know
Yeah,
what I'm up
she
to.
literally went, Josie went like this to me, look. You look real handsome today, Bri. And I was going, oh. Thank you so much, Josie. And then I went, she's gone.
She was definitely being polite to you when she said that.
Before she left.
Yeah.
Yeah, she obviously felt like she had to get, you know, she was trying to be...
She had to say something nice to you because there's
Oh,
not really
maybe
much
she
can
knew
say
that
nice
this
to
one
you.
is the only one that can stop me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So she gave me a compliment. She knew if she said something nice, I'd be so in my element.
Eh? Yeah, it's nice out here, isn't it?
Not bad.
Yeah, it's quite mild.
Where did the sun go? Where did it go?
Yeah, because you took your jacket off, so I knew you were...
you?
No.
I was a little bit.
Nadia?
If they're still rigging.
Thank you, baby. Your shoes are fierce.
Because how long does it take to get that out?
An hour.
How long does it take to get it in?
2 hours.
That's good.
This is easy to put in, actually. But then the ones, if I had had the whole head like the middle part, it would have taken me about 14 hours. And that
How have
could
you got the bottom bit then?
The bottom bit is just like cornrows and then sewed in.
Right.
But then it looks so bulky because I put like 4 heads.
Do it yourself.
No. 4 heads of hair.
Right, okay.
Like-
so most people have only a one part of that, right? I love big hair
Kanye
though.
West told me to tell y'all what's up.
Huh?
Kanye West told me to tell y'all what's up.
I like Kanye West.
No, I just went to LA right now.
When did you go to LA?
Right now, on my dream. Went to LA.
It's like I've just been
Do you
there.
know Kanye West though?
Housemates are reminded they're only permitted to smoke at the carousel.
Preston
Preston?
is reminded. Preston.
No, it was reminding me actually because I was getting. They saw me. getting
Julio,
ready.
do you know Kanye West then?
Yeah, I do.
I like him.
I don't know him like real. We ain't close personal friends, but we cool. I met him and hung out with him. a few
I
times.
wonder why you can only smoke at the carousel.
Smoke around, just make it 10
But I mean,
times
he
worse.
all right.
Where's John, you guys?
That's just what I think. I mean, I don't know if that's wrong or right.
But I can still smell it from here.
Sexual tension between myself and Chantal.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Finding it.
Fancy me or I fancy
Who fancies who more?
I'd say you fancy me more. Yeah, a little bit. It's gonna be quite awkward.
You know me?
Finding it really difficult though.
I know. white horses just jumped over the walls and came in here, would you just die?
I'd be like screaming.
Screaming, I'll run in there.
What if they lock the doors?
Oh, I'll just die. That's the point, I die.
God, could you imagine? What made you think of what 2 white horses anyway?
On the wall.
Ah. Oh yeah, 2 of them there. Oh, tonight is going to be exciting.
Nadia saying to Coolio, oh, what's going on with Whitney? And Coolio, oh, Whitney's fine. I love it. How's Diana Ross? Her concerts were horrendous, weren't they, poor Whitney?
Huh?
Poor Whitney.
Really? Do you think the society is so unforgiving? No matter what you do to make up for what you've done in the past, they will still not forgive you. Because Whitney's music is quite good. Why would they have gone back?
What I think it is the fact is that her music's good, and she did all that, but I think when she came back, everyone expected it to be amazing.
Right.
And when it wasn't, people were like, no, where's Whitney? And she
I think she didn't give herself enough time to
recover.
You
Probably.
know,
Britney had it. I think Britney had enough time.
Yeah, Britney has had enough time now.
Well, look what's happened to all these people. Lindsay Lohan.
Somebody if somebody takes a picture of me,
I have you and the
takes a picture of me,
paparazzi.
and then try to talk bad about me.
But they
and
sue
I
you
see,
afterwards.
And I see him again.
But they sue you afterwards.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
Is Nikki having a ball?
I think she might be. The thing is, in the old days we did it, you weren't expecting to do things, and when things came up, it's like now we're expecting something.
Yeah.
And it's going, come on.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Yeah, definitely.
Actually, I think you got one of the best beds there by that wall. It's quite comforting to have a wall next to you.
Yeah, I like having a wall next to me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah? Yeah, just press it and it'll click. Yeah, and then just press it to undo it. No, don't turn it. Just press it down to shut it and then press it back up to unlock it. So it'll go lower when it's down and then higher when it's open. Is it not?
I used to keep somebody with me like that. They never You would never see them talk to me. You'll never see them. Like, they ate dinner separate from the rest of the crew, everything. But their job was to handle problems.
Yeah.
Days. That was in the beginning. Might be time to bring the Invisible Man back to life. Yeah.
Start a new trend.
That's
I remember the floor manager going, wait, 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 VT on, and you go on.
Yeah. But didn't you almost want to stay and watch your VT?
Yeah.
And see what they'd put in it?
You could hear your voice when you're walking out.
And then did Davina ask you any questions?
I think they're running out of time.
Ah.
So, no, it's a silly question like, are you to break any of the rules?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's fine. Rules are there to be heeded to, Davina.
And then what did she just say? Go back into the house?
She said, I missed... There's a block of photographers here, which I did, and then there was one around the corner, so she said, you know, you need to go there as well.
Oh, I just walked past her, I think. I was in such a, like...
Days.
Yeah.
You always wonder what they're writing about it.
Yeah.
It's weird to think... It now feels like Josie wasn't here at all.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Who do you reckon will go, John or Coolio? Or are we allowed to say that? We are, aren't we?
We're allowed to say what?
We're allowed to say who we think will be evicted.
I think we can say that, yeah.
Yeah, who do you think?
John.
Yeah, I do.
Unless, of course, they've edited it in a way to make not showing John not talking.
I hope Coolio doesn't go, but I also hope John doesn't go. Do you know what I mean? But I hope Coolio doesn't go more.
Yeah. He's cool about it. He wouldn't give a damn.
No.
Is it raining?
Look. Can you stop doing the accent? Because the accent is mine.
What accent? Were we told to sit down?
I think we were called to sit down, yes.
Were we?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Preston.
Oh, I mean, yes.
Yes. Brian, go and get practice a pillow, please. Good boy. Good boy. Please, please.
Are we allowed to sleep?
Pretty, please.
Very pretty, please.
Look at that ass, ma'am. Yo.
This thing.
You're going to have a nap?
We love it.
Tonight?
Tonight?
I don't think so.
Right, what's your gut telling you?
No, that was proper kissing.
I don't know, maybe.
Bleach, I think.
Puppy. Not coming, don't worry.
Not proper, puppy.
Do you think, no? It's kind of warm over here.
Is it? I was a bit chilly, but I can hear them backstage. There's something about to happen.
It is going to be nice.
I noticed that.
But not
I
tonight.
heard a lot of running as well.
Yeah. We get that first thing in the morning. Do you hear that?
Yes.
When they all sort of like...
You don't think
You still don't too.
I really don't. I think it would
I'm
be
sussing
very...
you out now. You are a big teddy bear.
hard
We really
to
don't
have
have
just literally
Hold on,
a
I can't remember
day
that one. What was TCB for?
voting, but I know what you mean.
You had
It's
that
not
one when it was
impossible.
with you.
Did Elvis
And
really die in the toilet?
Has it been done before?
My God.
Well, then.
Why did they even...
This is Big Brother. Would all housemates gather on the sofas in the living room immediately?
Wow! That was a severe child.
God, how old are we?
That was the real Big Brother.
That was a real thing.
That was it.
I said Big Brother with authority.
Between 2 and 3.
Yeah. With some balls.
Yeah.
You had some balls.
It sounded like he was laughing, kind of.
Save and replace, guaranteed.
Nicky's alright.
Where's John?
He's in the...
Do you think he'll come in the same way Nicky did?
There's a light screen.
They could do a film
Ryan
about that. One
Mackenzie.
flew in the cuckoo's
Thank God I was finished in the bathroom. Look at me now.
Is he in the net?
Do you know the guy I made, Coolio?
Why do they do this to you
I
all the
love
time?
that.
One flew in the cuckoo's nest.
Isn't that the best film?
Yeah, do you know the guy with the...
Especially Preston. What's he wearing?
Well, you advised me this
Exactly. You've got a hole in that.
No, that's cool.
I didn't realise till it.
I've got my favourite jeans and jeans, and the complete crotch is missing.
That happens to all of my
but I
jeans.
still wear them. I
Yeah.
just wear longer boxers.
Nah, you just get
You can
take
sew 'em
them to a
up.
seamstress.
Get a patch.
Get another piece, put it in there, and have them sewn.
I really like
Get
it
some,
'cause
like,
it's just
tartan
there. Everywhere else
underneath.
is perfect.
And that
Save
way
and
they'll
replace.
never rip
Coolio,
again.
they're going to put you in a leotard. A long, shiny leotard.
No, Coolio wouldn't do
For the
that.
save and
I didn't
replace.
give it to me last
You and
time. I
John.
was on Big
God,
Brother.
imagine
We
John.
had to wear these we had to
John,
wear these like
it might be
little
save
glove
and
shorts, those
replace
little
tops.
small shorts
Yeah, yeah.
And
with a
they'll put
leotard
you
How
in
did it fit?
those
and like a
leotards.
little
A
short
one piece,
shirt.
a onesie, John.
Oh, man.
Red,
And then,
figure
and then
hugging.
I put
Figure
sparkles
hug.
in.
Where's Ulrika?
She was in bed.
She's
The most
coming.
exciting thing happens, and she just takes it.
Well, just want to look.
She was dreaming too. She was just dreaming about being a cockatoo.
Sorry, guys.
Take your time, babe.
Can we not have the door open? It's so hot.
Did you dream?
No, I just closed my eyes.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
said you were dreaming about.
Oh, this is scary.
Young Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
It's
on
like
with
you
it,
say
Big
Bjorn
Brother.
Borg.
We don't
I don't
have
Freddie
all day.
Lundberg.
Lumber.
Have you met him?
Isn't he?
Have you met him? Well, yeah. We that's,
very, very, very little.
We were-
very, very, very briefly. Yeah.
we were debating that. We weren't sure.
He is very
This
little.
is Big Brother.
Oh, shut up.
Would Nikki collect the instructions from the hatch and read them aloud to the group?
Again, she
Loud.
and read the whole lot.
Oh, I'm having like a nervous coughing.
I got a bit.
What does it say? What does it say? Instructions.
OMG.
The show has now been cancelled. Now leave the Big Brother house the way they came in. Okay.
Come on.
For today's task, housemates will reveal all for Nikki's press article. Why is it all about me?
We're wondering.
Yeah.
Each housemate will be given 5 minutes to spill the beans and give Nikki the inside story about their highs and their lows. Highs and the lows of the ultimate Big Brother house. Housemates should pull no punches and give Nikki the ultimate exclusive scoop. Housemates should take some time to consider what they wish to reveal to Nikki before their interview. So I'm interview. Oh, do you know what? I think this might be for my.
Your column.
Yeah. Rules. Nikki will be provided with a pen and paper and a notepad. The housemates individually. Nikki should conduct her interviews first, taking notes. I don't want to do this column. Take. When Nikki's completed her interviews, she should write her article using the typewriter. All housemates should give Nikki at least 5 minutes of their time. Nikki may interview the housemates whenever she wishes and in whichever order she wishes. When Nikki has completed her article, she should leave the article and notepad and the pen in the hatch. Nikki will have 3 hours to research and write the article from the moment she receives the notepad and pen.
For us?
This is boring.
What's in it for us?
This is boring because if it's for your art.
Are you going to say good stuff? You've got to
Well, that's
review
your
it.
interview.
Yeah,
the highs and the lows.
Of your time of the last 2.5 days.
Because is okay,
Yeah,
is
that's
it a
been
task?
riveting, that has.
I don't think
It's
so.
a
I
type-
think
if
it
it's
might
your
just be
column,
for my
definitely.
column. I'm going
No,
to
it's
find
It's a
out.
pretend column.
Yeah, but for Nikki, it's like her. She does
they
columns.
should-
I write
Her
for
big
News the
column.
World, and
they've
I've been
obviously,
doing
like,
it
Got together to.
For what?
for News the World while Big Brother's
Oh, it's
11's
News the
been
World
going
you're
on,
doing.
and they wanted me to continue it when I was in the house, but I just feel a bit out of order to you lot.
I don't think it's
No,
out
for
of order.
it says for
But then
today's
we all
task.
Can someone turn my bath off, please?
Yeah, it says for today's
Can I
task.
read? I'm confused.
But then we all have jobs. And I'm not going on the Nikki show. I came on the Big Brother show. About your job,
probably a
babe.
twist.
It
don't
cannot
you
be a
think?
Preston. It cannot
Could
be
be a
about your
magazine,
job.
though.
I can't
Magazine.
sit down with you
No,
and
because
help
I
you with
just
your
think
job.
like it's probably just the News of the World. It's just like a
Guys,
gimmick
I'm-
thing, isn't it?
They've
No,
had-
no, but that's her job,
each
Chantal. That's what
other.
Yeah.
happens.
Actually,
We don't know that.
whatever we say should be
course it
very
is. If she does
good
a column
because
every
they'll
week in
probably
the News of the
publish it
World.
and give it as articles.
Yeah, but she's
also,
doing a
they
column.
haven't
Where's it going to
asked
go?
us to-
I am not
They
granting
haven't
an
asked us
interview.
to snitch on each other, which so it's just highs and lows. My high was getting the food out of the store cupboard.
I am not granting an interview
My
unless I
low-
sign a
Was
contract.
Josie leaving?
And
There we go. It's
And I
done.
cried.
My high was seeing Chantel in the shower this morning.
Chantal, what, sorry?
My high
saw
was
me in
seeing
the shower.
Chantel naked in the shower this
He
morning.
didn't see
Did you
me
shower naked?
No, I pulled the door open and I
And
was
she
like,
forgot. She
and I-
lost her. She lost
No,
her.
no, I
genital.
didn't forget. I was
Were you
behind.
naked, though?
Yeah, but I was behind the thing.
But
You know,
she
you can
pushed
see a
herself up
silhouette
against
of
the glass
you.
by accident.
Yeah, you didn't see me.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
For that.
They would give her 5 minutes to spill the beans. 'Cause that's all it's going to take.
Can you imagine how long? Well, the beans are. Brian thinks he's straight.
I have a lot to say.
It's cool, but that's two tasks.
I need
isn't
more
it?
than 5.
Yeah, probably just doing it.
It says for today's task.
But it may be a reason why it's gone. Yes, her task on the first day, and then today there may be.
We don't know.
Sorry.
There'll be a twist.
Housemates will reveal all.
I'm happy to. I'm proud of mine.
Cozy.
Yours won't fit on the page.
Everyone will have to have widescreen.
Maybe a double page spread. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. High five.
Housemates should pull no punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they will reveal it.
And the ultimate exclusive scoop.
Because what they should have said is, instead of it being a task for the house, what they should have said is just said to Nikki, do your article. And if she would have come to anybody
Oh
and
my
said,
God!
would you like to do
the
it?
most revealing interview will be John. He doesn't say a word.
Exactly.
No comment.
He'll go.
Well, you know what she can say then? Allegedly. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
The article and came into Big Brother and said, look, I'll come in, but I have to continue this article.
But then don't force us now. Don't say
oh my God! When I went to
they should say
That's
to
what
her,
I
she
think
write
probably
what
is.
she wants to write. She'll interview who she wants to interview. Don't say all housemates come to the living room so that I do Nikki's job. Come on, I've got a job of my own.
She wanted to do the right.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean?
I swear to God, 7 times.
It should be confirmed.
That
It's
song
just
was
for
just like
For here?
For here.
Something like this is going to go out in the news of the world.
Yeah.
With Nikki, her question, Makosi, my answer,
Do you
quoting
Tokyo?
me.
Yeah.
That's
You went
huge
to
for me.
Tokyo?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
You understand?
Yeah,
That
like
is
10
huge for me.
times.
And if they want that, they now have to brief me properly.
Love
If
Japanese
it's a
food.
newspaper
Yeah,
interview,
I
they have
love
to
everything
brief me
Japanese.
properly,
I
make me
love
sign
Japanese.
Oh, I
something.
don't know about Japanese everything, but Japanese food.
Cartoons.
I basically said, yeah, look, you know, I want to go and do this on my own because it's my column. It's my, you know, I don't. It's
This is Big Brother. With Nick.
Somebody needs to oil the wheels. Oh, I'm going to put some oil on the toilet door.
I said, you know, if they're going to help me out, I've done this column
yeah.
now for 13 weeks on my own, every week, and I'm perfectly capable of doing it on my own. I don't feel it's fair to involve the other housemates. And I said, you know, and he was like, Big Brother feels it's an opportunity for all the housemates to express their thoughts on it and, you know, whatever. And then I said, well, if they're going to help me out, then I want to go and give them something back too. So would you provide a treat for us later? And he said, Big Brother will reward the housemates later if this is completed.
Okay. Oh, so we better do it good. We might get some ice cream.
No, I said we want music and alcohol and a party.
I'm very demanding. But
that's so I really
want the news of the world to
Hey,
run
I'll
their thing so that.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's a sort of fun thing for us to do anyway.
I'll give you an exclusive on Brian.
Thank you, guys. I'm really sorry about this. I'm really
your fault.
Don't be ridiculous. Just do it really well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look,
Make me sound thin.
poor Nikki's had all the pressure. It's like, you know, that £500, that extra £500.
£500? You must be joking. It's not that much.
No, the £500 you earned us on your first task.
Oh.
She thought you meant she was getting paid.
Yeah, I wish. Jesus.
Oh, really? You're kidding?
No.
You want that?
Yeah, does everyone want to have a look at this?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I feel awful.
Can you have your bath?
I'm not going to win the money, then I hope to hell I
Don't
get
forget,
one.
even
The ultimate housemate wins 200,000
for charity.
I only.
Yeah, my kids. I got a charity. My children.
The main house will be out of bounds until further notice.
Oh, he's got a toilet.
What's he on about?
Well, you go first.
Really bad toilet.
Bath.
No. Oh. Why are they doing this? Oh, so annoying.
Do me any pleasure.
Highlights day.
No.
What, if you come need to go to the toilet?
Do people are overreacting a bit? It's just a little comment. Someone's going to read this. No disrespect to anyone in here.
She's got to be briefed. Oh, bless her.
Oh, Chantal, sorry. I'm not sure doing your hair.
Go on, what?
I'm thinking it's 5 minutes of my time
Yeah.
just to say how I'm getting on. Can you get my lawyer on the phone?
Have you got a signed contract?
I
Do you
want
want
to
a
sign my
fee?
contract. I want a fee of at
Oh,
least.
a fee, a brief.
I'm thinking for 5 minutes, that's $1,000 grand,
Yeah.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Because it's my exclusive journey.
Yeah, totally.
Because no one
agree.
really knows what I'm thinking because I've not been in here, I've not been talking since I've been here.
Right.
The big story is John. John
Yeah.
needs to get more money because he's not been talking. So his story's worth more than ours.
How funny.
I think.
Why do you think we're going to the bedroom now then?
I don't know. How weird.
Hmm.
Save and replace? No, we don't know. John, if he wins, couldn't pick anyone because he can't talk.
Should we get some chocolate biscuits to take to the bedroom?
Pat. What's it like?
And a proper party.
Sushi.
Oh, so let's have pizza
I have
then.
pizza.
Do you like pizza?
I like pizza. I eat anything.
If it's good.
Yeah. John, talk to us.
What's the matter? Like me, I know I'm making a fuss about nothing at the moment, but
Let's see where you stay. She can sit again.
For the benefit of myself.
I like it. Cooley's eating a yogurt.
Not enough. Not enough. He'd be upset
And
if he
then
saw
I'm
this.
done.
He's like, I don't even get that.
Nadia, you got a filthy
I'll
mind.
go in there.
No, no,
And Bobby
with
wants
my
to like make it
mind.
more romantic. To You smell like peanut butter.
Do I? I've just had a cookie. I'm such a pig. Is Nikki going to get upset that I'm here? I'll move.
No, I don't think she will.
She can lie on that
She'll
piece
come and
of wood.
interview us. Yeah, that's what I said. She can lie in the crack.
They get a properly set up, and like a little office outside.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
there
gonna
could be
bring
a
people in.
photographer for the article.
Oh, I'd love a pap.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
I've
John,
got so many biscuits and
This
cookies.
article is it not contact with the outside world?
No.
How?
No.
What?
We're not having any contact with the outside
No,
world.
no, for Nikki, she's still contacting the outside world.
No, she's
from
not.
here.
She's submitting something. She's not speaking to anyone.
It's only the
To do
same as
what she
talking
writes.
in the
She's
diary
writing
room.
something.
Yeah.
What were your all self-portraits like?
Mine had red
I
lipstick
had
on
a big
it.
fat pen and it just blotted into the page and smudged.
Oh, that's a shame. Chantal?
It was very likeable to me.
What was it?
Oh, do you know what? I'm not going to go there with you.
Mine was very Picasso-esque.
What did you do? With just one dot?
No, I had a bit of a
Just your eyes
nose and a
were
big
on your chin
ear
and-
and all that.
Just one piece of paper, or did you use two?
Oh, God. I'm not that interesting. Just one page.
How many did you use, Brian?
I just drew a matchstick, which is completely not like me. Because clearly I'm not thin as well.
You know what I did?
I thought you had to draw your face.
I took the
Yeah.
No, did you do it?
Yeah, and a little body.
You what, love?
A big face and a little body.
Yeah.
Brian said you wouldn't be cross if I lay here. He said you could lie here.
Nick, what did you draw?
I just drew a stick man because
I come out of here.
You've got to write your column.
No, think of the party. Come on, cheer up.
That is not
There's no
hard.
guarantee we're getting one.
We will get one. I know that's the only way I'll
That's
do
the
it.
bit. You can. There's room for 3 in my horse. There's room for 3 on my horse. I don't want to put my dirty trainers near your mush.
Nick, what did you draw? Nikki, what did you draw for your portrait?
This is Big Brother.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nikki should ensure she's wearing her microphone at all times.
Where's your flipping mic?
In the bathroom.
It's in the bathroom. It's all about Nikki. It's the Nikki Truman Show.
It's the Nikki Truman Show.
Oh, I've had more cookies and
voice is
biscuits
really annoying.
in this house.
He's really annoying, that voice.
I don't like him.
Right, we're walking tomorrow. We have to go for a little walk.
Please hold me
Tomorrow
to
before, make me, even if it's raining.
that. Yeah, no, I will.
Get some fresh air. Nikki tried to coax me into it. Was that me? Did I wet myself? I love the curtain idea, though.
I love the tear thing.
I'd
the tear
quite like
effect.
to have that in my house. That's a new idea for the new house. Can't afford it, obviously.
Inside a glass case.
Yeah. And put some butterflies in there.
Oh.
A bird.
Can you imagine? They'll probably die.
That's what I'm hoping. Kidding, I'm not
If
going to
your
get
kids- if your- if your kids are
association.
Or a
noisy.
fish tank.
Your kids in
Exactly.
there.
I'm going to do my hair while I'm in here. And actually, it's a really
Oh,
gorgeous
listen, guys.
idea.
It is.
This is
Oh,
Big Brother.
Jesus.
Housemates are reminded they must not swing their microphones by the wire.
Who's swinging
Nikki.
the microphone?
It was me. I was just like this.
You do it all the time. Stop it.
It's the way he talks to me. He talks to me
He
like
shouts,
dirt.
I don't like him.
Strict, isn't he?
I like it. He's like,
I'm scared of him.
To use that, I guess.
Kill you.
I guess Disney. Okay.
Chucky.
Like Chucky.
Chucky was amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, love it. Those films are great.
I never saw any of those.
They're really
I'm
scary.
a real coward.
I haven't got any on my
What do you want,
in the
love?
bathroom. Got like thin hairbands.
Oh, I gave mine to Julio.
Julio.
I remember when I was younger being so much more scared by the idea of the Candyman movie.
Do what?
Say Candyman 3 times in the mirror.
Do it.
What will happen?
Do it now, look.
He appears.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Go on,
Are
Shaka.
you serious?
Yeah.
No.
Are you serious?
3 times.
Chantal, don't be evil.
3 times.
Something bad happens. Something bad really happens.
Ready? Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
You've opened up a nasty box of misery here, miss. She has.
As opposed to a can of...
It's a can of worms. A can of worms is so 1918.
In Ireland, you get a can of misery.
A nasty box of misery.
What do you reckon's going to happen then?
Something bad is going to happen to you. It will.
And
Actually, don't laugh.
She's got a evil laugh.
Imagine a hand comes through the mirror. Oh, she's undone it.
She's undone it.
2 boxes of misery.
Makosi, what are you doing?
I'm hiding from the camera.
She's sleeping. She's playing dead.
Sleeping.
I'm sorry, there is a little bit of sleeping.
I'm so shy.
Very funny. I
But that
like them. What was it
stupid. And,
This is that group
and don't
thing.
look at me, I'm funny. That was the only like, oh, she's got a knife.
She's got a knife.
That's the only three like pieces that I actually thought was funny because everything else sounded really too dark and not.
Wasn't she a little chubby lady who said she has a knife? My daughter's got a knife. And
Oh, that's right.
because the daughter was really posh.
Yeah, who's come out here? Who's going to come,
She wants to
Draco?
come to Jeremy Kyle show
Yeah.
and Trisha.
Mrs. St. John.
And but everything else, there wasn't so much of a huge.
But there was a club, wasn't there, that used to meet? What were they? It was like
What did
the-
Alex think you doing it?
Yeah, that's right.
And they were naked from the waist down.
So that wasn't funny. There was a big
Only
lady.
one series.
How's Ari? She
Yeah, that was all.
I got it on
Yeah.
DVD.
Yeah.
Oh, one series, yes. Sorry. I thought you meant one show. I was like,
But not really any
wouldn't have been much of a DVD.
So it wasn't really. I mean, if they
No, it's
developed
a
those
bit much,
characters,
isn't it?
maybe it would have been a continuation.
You'd
but
have
the
my
other
mum
ones
here
weren't
before
But I think it
you.
was only
Yeah.
on BBC Three or something.
Oh,
is
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
They
but
made
really
it.
nice.
Everyone's favourite film. What's your favourite film?
Favourite film?
Dark Crystal.
An old film called Paper Moon. I think because I live with my dad, I sort of imagined it was a bit of a... They sort of travel around selling hardback Bibles to people who haven't ordered them, but they con people into believing them. So that's his way of earning money, and his daughter's with him, and he's basically kind of on the run.
I'll tell you another great movie. Have you seen Night of the Hunter with Robert Mitchum? Isn't that, Nick?
No, I
Oh,
haven't
creepy
seen it.
movies, I don't know any.
It's really good.
Well, except for... What's his name? And whatever.
And Thing.
Don't Look Back and...
Don't Look Now.
Don't Look Now, even.
So good.
And did you ever read? Did anybody ever read Rosemary's Baby? Or
I
even
never read
read
it.
Silence of the Lambs? Because you will poo
No,
your
I
pants.
didn't.
Reading it, oh my God, I thought I was
What's
gonna
Rosemary's
die.
Baby about?
Oh, that's really
She's
sad. Mia
pregnant with the
Farrow.
devil.
Mia Farrow, yeah, she carries
Yeah.
the devil's child.
Oh, right, come
Yeah.
on, seriously.
No,
No, it's
really,
really
it's
great,
well
actually,
done.
yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's
Does
so
she
amazing.
know she's carrying his child?
No. Well, no,
she
does
kind
she
of
know?
get...
Did she carry her husband's child? And then it's the neighbours, they're all devil worshippers,
Oh, yeah.
and they give her all these, like,
Yeah,
have
no,
a cup
you're
of
right.
tea, and she drinks this strange tea. Have this potion, have this, you know, and it grows whole, gets, I mean, it's not like...
I love devil films.
But it was the creepy...
Did you see the baby?
Yeah, at the end there was a
Yeah.
shot, or there wasn't a shot, there was just the cot, and it just went...
Yeah.
Or something like
Can you
that.
still
And
get
did
that
she
film
did she
accurate?
love it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really remember how it ends.
I can't remember. It's all very. It was so terrifying.
quite a long- it's
because
quite
it was
a s-
completely real and it was completely normal. And then these
And she's really
creepy
pretty.
people.
Oh my God! Does she
Mia
wake
Farrow
up and leave? And there's loads of people in the living room,
Yes,
and she
that's
starts
right.
to breastfeed the baby.
That's right. That's right. That's how it finishes, isn't it?
Yes.
And the
And-
baby. Paige Turner. Oh, it was so, and she was so wonderful. in it.
Have you seen Legion?
No.
It's a devil movie.
You're obsessed.
What happens in that
I
one?
can't remember. It's like really crap.
Please don't.
puts a spell on all these goblins, and he kidnaps this girl's baby.
And the girl is
She's
Jennifer
got
Connelly.
Connelly as a
Who's
young
what-
girl, and they kidnap the baby. She's got to solve this labyrinth in order to find her.
Yeah, and she has
little
this that
brother.
Hoggle, the little
Hoggle.
like.
Does she solve it?
I won't
Well,
ruin it for you.
Oh, no, let's tell him.
That end bit where he goes like, "You have no power over me," and everything just
You
goes.
have no power over me. And when they go to the ball, the masked ball, and he's in love with her.
Oh, that scene is so dark, isn't it?
So, and like, then
She
goes
eats the
home.
magic peach.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
peach.
and gets put in the eternal bog of stench.
Yeah.
But
that
she,
bog.
And Sarah and Ludo friends. That's
yeah,
it.
I love that.
It's only really funny for you two.
No, but it's
Nobody else
very
in this
funny.
room is enjoying
You
this
would if you
conversation.
saw it, Ulrika. It's so
I found it really
magical.
hard work to watch that film.
I love it.
It's
so
sweet.
magical.
Oh, you've seen it.
I found it really hard work to watch
When
it.
did you watch it?
Years and
Did I
years
make you watch
ago.
it?
What?
Did I make you watch it?
No.
Did I make you watch Dark Crystal?
No.
Shut up.
You made me watch that like.
Oh, lots of
You
foreign
did.
films.
You liked it?
What
I
about
liked
Don't Let the
Emily.
Right One
Yeah,
In?
Emily's awesome.
Never seen it. Is it
Don't
good?
let the wrong one in.
Don't let the right one in. The
Don't let the wrong
vampire.
one in.
Or let the right
Preston,
one
what
in.
was
the
that
right
one that
one
we
in,
watched with
sorry.
that girl? She was in like Russia
Swedish
or
movie.
something.
Ooh, tell me about that.
I've got
Red
that's a
Root or
vampire
something.
movie. But it's not that kind of.
Oh, she honestly, like,
I mean,
she
I
went to
I'm
the
not
flat.
into this kind
the
of movies,
CCTV
but I
one, the
watched it
Scottish one?
because
No.
it was set in the set.
She was like in a room in
1970s
like
Sweden.
Poland
That's
or
when
Russia
I
or
grew up in
something.
Sweden.
Right.
Oh, Lilia
Everything
Forever.
was like my- But everything was the
Pretty
same.
sad, no.
Oh, the premise of the movie.
Well, it's a book.
Right.
3 words. No, and it's got. It's about. I missed the beginning. So it's about a young boy who befriends a young girl. They're all
Right.
about 12.
Right.
On his housing estate, very similar to the house estate I was living on. And she turns out to be a vampire. So in order to stay alive, she needs fresh blood. But he doesn't know that. And it's just kind of very... Oh, I can't
Is it
describe it.
dark?
It's scary. So she has to go out at night to
As a
get
child?
blood and whatever. He doesn't know that. And then
How
he
long,
finds out.
how long has she been 12? How many years?
Yeah, I don't know all that stuff. Yeah, I don't... But he'll know it more because I didn't watch
How
the
long has she
beginning.
been 12?
You have to see the film.
Because at the end, I mean, there's a twist at the end. I won't
Yeah,
ruin it 'cause it's such
won't
a
tell
great
you the
film.
end because the end is wonderful.
So what does the little
that
boy do?
swimming pool scene at the
And
end.
when they show her,
did you make that up in your mind to make
Yeah.
yourself sleep better at night?
Yeah.
But hang
That's
on,
what
how could
I do.
How could he be a lover that grew up? She was 12 when she was 12.
yeah. So when they met, they were both 12, and then now he's an old man.
Yeah, but hang on,
And
that's
acting
still
like a.
Have they?
Just recently.
Never.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't know that. But the Swedish one is so, as I
Absolutely
said,
brilliant.
it was the 1970s, which is when I lived and grew up in Sweden. So everything is like my childhood. The coat that the young boy was wearing, Oscar, wasn't
Isn't
it
his
Oscar?
look cool? That guy
was
that kid?
exactly
Kind of want my
what
hair
I
like
wore. The whole
What's
the
his hair like?
silence really of
Like
Swedish
70s
movies where you just have
footballer kind of,
scenes
yeah.
where they don't say anything, they just
What
sit
is
around.
wrong with you?
Okay.
Okay.
Here comes Pocahontas. What?
I thought she was Danish, Heidi.
No.
What did Heidi do?
Okay.
No, she's Austrian.
German, Heidi Klum.
No.
Heidi
Just Nadia
Montag
to
is
come.
American.
Oh, I think I'm so howling that.
I love him
Heidi
I
Klum
know.
is German. But we weren't talking about Heidi Klum.
so much.
Heidi Klum.
Runway. Anyone watch that?
What?
Project Runway. It's
Yes.
What is so intelligent in here?
So I've got living.
It's on
Fashion world has no mercy. Auf Wiedersehen.
Pet.
Could you please eat the catwalk?
Oh, yes.
Or Liz Hurley, could you please eat the catwalk? Fashion has no mercy.
Yes. incredible.
She didn't do it very well, did she? I haven't.
She did one series, then Kelly.
She's too posh.
Osborne came back for the second series. No, I love Tara Banks. 2 girls stand before me. One of you will return to the house, grab her luggage and leave. The other one of you will continue on in the hope of becoming America's Next Top Model.
Hold on, she goes like this, and then she goes like, why?
She goes, no, she goes, you were there today.
Who does that?
She's like, you gave me this,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted this.
No, but
You gave me this, I wanted that.
Yeah.
Smile to your eyes.
It's like. You know Tyra Banks?
The colour skipped a generation.
She's my mother.
She's your father.
Yeah, because she's actually it's so big and tall. And
She'd be happy to know that.
what she's listen, she's like
She is beautiful.
RuPaul. Do you remember RuPaul?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's becoming him.
Don't tell her that.
She knows. She knows.
She
knows.
She makes jokes about that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. She knows.
Thank you very
No.
much.
Maintenance.
Defending your sister.
Because if it was anything
She's
else, we
beautiful.
might
She's
as well
very
have done
thin
it in
at
the
the
morning.
I would love
Like
Tyra
if it was
Banks in
any
here.
tasky type
Tara Banks.
Oh my god.
Oh, she'd give you a hard time.
Do you want some of your
No,
pillows
it's a bit
back?
far.
Oh, have you got my pillows?
Yeah.
Mind.
Hi, Heidi.
Sorry, I only had them when you weren't using
No,
them.
I know. Oh, that's your
Oh, would you?
That's alright.
I can't really.
You need a picture there.
Yeah, that's
Do you want me to
right.
try?
Slide.
Come over here.
That's TV personality though, isn't it?
Come here. Come over here.
There we are.
Bring your pins,
We
please.
might go out there. No, we can.
Did she?
There'll be a load of people sitting around the table.
Have you got any more pins?
No, they're all
That'd be so cool.
Okay, we'll just bring the pins you have.
Oh, let's have Janice
not good
Dickinson.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh, man.
We'll kick her
It's
out.
exciting, isn't it, when you get new people?
I would love them if they were in.
Yeah, and Battlecat.
Yeah.
Battlecat would eat them.
Oh, so we could go to my ped.
It's not called that anymore, it's called the Giggling Squid.
Is it? I saw that when I didn't see the name of it, but I saw the restaurant when I was last in Brighton. I did.
Yeah, it's changed name.
Or is it still the same
Same
restaurant?
owners,
though?
yeah. It's not quite as
Do you remember
good as
what
well.
they're saying?
Huh?
Do you remember what it's saying in there? I did.
You know, I think who said paparazzi? Who said pap?
When?
Just now, was it
Preston.
was you who said paparazzi? I think it could be paparazzi in a desk and like a little office sort of type thing. I don't know. Oh, okay, forget it.
I just.
But cheers, I did.
You know, it was
Thanks,
like, it
others.
took me a whole hell of a long time to think about. Thank you, Ulrika. Oh. Now I saved that thing. Since no one wants to listen to what I say, no one speaks anymore.
Did you not like my
What did you say, Nadia?
Yeah, it's cute. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Oh, I can't remember. What did I say? Oh, I told him to.
I need to take my confidenza, it's hurting.
You're eating loads, aren't you? Maybe you should drink some more water. Yeah, right.
This house is becoming so disgusting. Can I just throw it? Oh.
No one's there.
It looks gorgeous from behind.
No, but it's still, it's falling.
It's fallen.
We don't have enough pins. This is Big Brother. The bedroom door is now open. Nikki has 3 hours from now to research and write her article.
Oh my god.
There's nothing. Oh, there's a bit. Oh, look.
Oh my gosh, there's a new housemate.
No, there's not.
Working now.
I don't know about fat, honey.
Aye, aye, aye.
I said there was going to be a disc. It's as if she hasn't decided on what accent to settle on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to do my interview first. Rest for this afternoon. Chaba, 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 chaba. And I guess we might need the cooperation of John, otherwise we might not get a party. If we're ever going to get that anyway.
I don't think you're going to get probably.
No. They probably said to her, Big Brother has noted your request, as opposed to...
Oh, so opposed to has granted it or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they said we'd be compensated.
Huh?
If we don't have enthusiasm...
Yeah, I heard that.
You laughed about that?
No, but if you moan a lot, when we
I did
moaned
hear
a
it.
lot,
I thought it was funny.
the house answered.
And he was singing this a small penis.
I
do too.
I do too.
I do too.
I do too.
Is she allowed to... Are we not allowed to type on the table?
Oh, you gotta. Otherwise,
You know, it's not that easy.
I'm telling you something. Come here, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my God, the marble light.
It's gonna take a while for it.
You know, if you frustrate me, I'll need some Michael Bolton to...
Please.
Oh, this is pretty. Is this you? Is
Yeah.
this yours?
I'm giving it to somebody before I leave. I have to decide who I'm gonna give it to. Hopefully I get voted out tonight. I want to go. So I'm not...
I'll just hate you. That would just kill me. I'll be right back.
SMC.
No, I'm not wearing my mic.
What's that about, sorry?
I wrote on a bit of paper, get Brian out, and I was like, Brian, look what it says on here. I was like, Big Brother. Is anyone really bored? Is anyone bored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish, because I thought this last show was brilliant, and there's some really fun tasks for them to do, like dressing up, lift us up on the crane.
Oh no, I don't
ignore
want
tasks.
that. I hate
And, like so far, it's been like, you know, little tasks that last 10 minutes.
Might make a cup of tea. With two sweeteners. Preston,
You have a coffee, white.
I'm off. Okay.
No sugar.
you right, yeah?
You might need to remind her afterwards. Give her for 10 minutes and you have to remind her. I was
Brian, do you want a hot
like
drink?
that, but it's just. Oh, that's not gonna hold you, is it? That's why I never sit on it.
Size 0.
I never sit on it. I know my weight.
Well, tell us what it is.
59 kilos.
I'm way heavier than you were.
Oh, defo. No, actually, I'm not 59 kilos. No one even knows what 59 kilos
I'm not
is.
doing a 15.
Do you? So I'm totally complete fib. Yes, exactly. Half of me.
That's going to collapse.
Half of me. That's not like that, Brian. I'm not going to get ahead of yourself. It's not. Exactly. Thank you.
Ow!
See? Yes. Don't drop it.
Yeah, and slot it in the slots there.
Nick, was it coffee or tea?
Coffee, please.
And Preston?
Coffee, please.
This will take up 5 minutes of the
See?
show that
Yeah.
we did.
Well, not even one, it's something else.
That's exactly. This is really.
They should know that we're responsible people and we won't lead to success. Great.
Doesn't work, darling.
It's because it's been in the rain. It's swollen. Come on, Roger it in.
Come on, Brian.
Throwing up and I don't know. I watched that on
Yeah, I need to stretch that so that. Oh, look, we've got to get that far in.
Yes, do you want to just stop?
Should we just lie on it like this?
It's so relaxing. Who broke this? Makosi.
It's the wood has taken in some moisture.
That is filthy. How can John bathe in there?
It's just only leaves.
Would you bathe in there?
I haven't yet.
It's only leaves. But it's. Oh, it's nearly bright. It's nearly sunglasses weather.
I've actually not worn mine yet.
Oh, we didn't have it enclosed. We had so we could see out a bit more. Maybe we didn't. Just making it up.
You're a liar.
I know.
It's good for like an all husband going to the bedroom.
Imagine they bombed the house.
Nice thought.
It's a great telly, though.
Happy Friday to you
It's a great
too.
telly.
Could tell Brian in pieces.
This smells like a sauna. All the chlorine.
All housemates will be rewarded with an eviction.
Can you imagine if there's like literally an explosion here? Can you imagine all the silicone implants just blast all over the wall?
I know. You, Nikki, and Chantal would be so flat-chested afterwards. There'd be nada. There'd be
That's what I'm
Nadia.
thinking. When I die and when I go, I'm just gonna have like teeth and like bags of, you know.
But yeah, but how long have you had yours? Like, I mean, when did you get your implants?
2005. I mean, I had them in 2003, then have them in 2005, and then.
But so they've been in for nearly 5 years.
How
long? When do you have to get them changed?
Oh, it's full.
You get them. You can get them.
I suppose allegedly. Well, actually, I think it's 10 years.
No, yeah, it depends. On
Will you change them?
I think probably.
Would you go the same size?
Oh, never bigger. I think I've had that.
Would you really?
Never go bigger. No.
Have you had them
Oh, yeah, I
bigger?
thought you said I would go bigger.
Oh, no.
Is that the biggest
I've had
you've
that
been?
sort of idea initially, but I actually cried when I saw them. I thought they were far too
Really?
small.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was small, but now I can't. I just could not go any bigger. I
It's
could
hard
not.
work.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, it's just, I'm happy.
And I think it makes, that's like I was saying earlier, it makes you feel bigger than you
Yeah,
are.
I think so too. But I'm happy. I would not go bigger at all. No.
You don't need to.
Thank you. I'm quite happy with them actually.
You don't need to. Oh,
I
there's
just
the
find
mango.
them weird.
So you're in the back
Oh,
wall.
Under the water.
Oh my god. Oh, Jen Collins and what's her name?
Crystal.
Oh, she's got a bit pear-shaped, hasn't she?
Yeah, see her on Hell's Kitchen. Linda Evans.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman, though, before.
Right, yes. That's an iconic thing.
Oh, they were fighting in the big lake, and all the flowers, and the hat and everything. It's amazing fights.
Do you think the old housemates will be watching this game?
And they cut to us live at 11 o'clock at night. See if my friends are so excited to see me, and they see me tucked up in bed.
I think this is just... We have hardly been in the snug, have we?
We went in last night for a bit, but you were in bed.
Or was I just not invited? Which one?
I'm going to go with not invited.
Look at these... it's like a pod, isn't it?
It's what?
It's a pod.
Well, no, it looks like a bird with no head.
Or a bird's nest. Or a wasp. Yeah.
'cause it looks like
oh,
the
I
neck.
see. Side. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Or...
my God, but that looks like eye. That looks like
Or
an
that looks
eye.
like an eye. I thought you meant that's an eye and that's the beak and it's lying
No,
down.
I was going to go, that's the... Ignore that that mirror, that glass there. It looks like a neck.
Yeah,
And the head's been cut off.
yeah.
Cleverly done.
And the shingles. It's amazing what the... Wondering if it is waterproof. I'm guessing it is.
Yeah, and it's also sealed when you're in there.
Right.
At the top.
What's that?
It does kind of smell a bit in here. What do you think Josie's doing today? Gone back to Bristol?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say she's gone back to Bristol. I'd say she's probably holed up somewhere with John James doing an exclusive story or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing the interest when, on the
Yeah.
way in.
There's her going, no, I don't want to do that. Be like, yeah, you'll get caught up in it once you leave.
I think maybe she was just... I think some of it could have been fear.
Oh, terrified.
She was
that's
terrified.
why she was shaking.
There was actually fear in the girl's eyes.
Yeah.
It was hard
She
to
didn't
believe.
want... I don't think she wants her life to change.
No.
I think she's happy with her life and she's happy with everything, but she's just...
I think it was just fear of the unknown and...
Absolutely.
Even
And then
though
us coming in and going, oh, this'll happen
Yeah,
and
but
that'll
also,
happen.
even though she won the show, it was... She couldn't find solace in the fact.
No.
It was almost as
yeah.
if she didn't know who'd won, but as if it wasn't relevant to her.
Yeah. And I think that's why she said, oh, people must think I'm being ungrateful.
Yeah,
But
I think she was also worried about that.
Yeah.
And the public would think, we've just voted for you and you're acting like this.
Yeah. Well, if they saw her...
We came in with the flags.
God, yeah.
Do you not think it seems so long ago?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's quite scary with the sort of... They're kind of like festival flags, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes are so dry. It drives me nuts.
Do you want some eye drops?
No, the skin around my eyes.
Ah.
For some reason, I have been on and off having some sort of a reaction, allergy, whatever. I'm going to take an antihistamine. And I can't work out what it is, whether it's just stress.
Could it be the fact maybe the
tiredness?
atmosphere in here, the air conditioning?
Well, yeah, I did have it before I came in, so it comes and goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really like when I
Could
came
be
in the
also
first
the weather.
couple of days. Yeah, yeah. definitely the cold.
Old age?
Yeah, no. Why would that be?
You're right, I'm so sorry, I forgot you were in the same age as me.
43. I mean, that's older
Did you
than
ever think,
I ever
did you ever
intended
think
to
you'd be? That's the thing, what was old for you? 40's my
30.
scale. 40's.
Because 40 used to be sort of grandma's age, or
See,
sort of
30,
seemed
but,
to be.
yeah, but 30 is like 21 now.
Yeah, it is changed a lot.
But you're not even old at 43, it's 43.
Well, I don't feel it inside.
You don't
And
feel-
I don't mind the ageing process at all. I'm not one of these...
Would you ever want to stop it?
No, not really.
Like, have you
I
had
don't
anything
feel
done?
that. No, yeah, I mean, I've had Botox
have
years
you?
ago. Yeah, but I had that done, last time I had that done was, and I've had it very randomly. I had it September last year, so
Okay.
like, bearing in mind you can have it once.
1 out of 10.
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
9.
9.
Yeah.
And a vegetable.
Carrot.
Nearly.
No. How come?
Magic.
That is so weird.
Look, going in the bin.
They remind me of you know that film Batteries Not Included?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that a little bit.
I love them.
Yeah, it's a great film. Is that Spielberg?
Probably.
Is she interviewing someone now?
No. She's in the bar.
Oh well. Party was a nice idea.
I might have a bath after.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, that would be half an hour. That would leave evictions 2.5 hours.
Oh, what's the time now then?
I don't know.
Oh.
4?
Oh.
4.
7 minutes past.
Do you mean if I have a
half
bath,
three.
then it'll take a bit of time up? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we play a game? What sort of games can we play? Like word games? Oh, should we play the
What about the
game?
one where you have to say
The last letter of the
place
first.
name beginning with the last letter?
This
Say-
person. So if you say.
Oh, I do it with countries or cities.
All right, come then. Can I go
Okay.
first?
The worst of the A's. Alabama.
America.
Arkansas.
What does it even end
S.
with? Okay. Sweden.
Nigeria.
Very good. Australia.
Could you have continents? Yeah.
Yeah.
Australasia.
Antigua.
Very good. We've had Austria, haven't we?
Yeah.
No, we had Australia.
Yeah. Austria.
Yeah. Asia.
Alaska.
Angola.
I know one.
It doesn't matter if mine is an A. Let me think of one that's not an A. Aspen.
Good.
Norway.
Oh. I think you can have other geographical.
Yeah. Yugoslavia.
Well done. Back on the A's. I've got one.
Have you?
Yeah.
Traffic cities must be so many.
Can't we do it so we can just do anything? Like if you said
Appalachia.
sausage, I could say egg.
That's
you
word
could say-
that's just word association. We can do that.
Oh, okay.
Alright, what's that?
It's just where you randomly. If you said shoe, I could say.
Ankle or.
Oh yeah, okay. Or I thought meant like.
It has to associate. So if you say grass, you go green. Then you go colour, purple.
Alright, let's try it. I
Prince.
don't really know what you mean, but I think I sort of
Okay.
get it.
That has very quick. That has to be within 2 seconds.
Okay, table.
Chairs.
Leg.
Food.
Yeah, leg of lamb. Chicken leg.
Okay, so maybe I don't get this game and you do.
It has to associate with what.
Okay, so what did you say?
Leg.
Lamb. Leg of lamb.
Okay. Wool.
Cotton.
Jumper.
Shirt.
Tie.
Neck.
Brace.
Teeth.
Mouth.
White.
White mouth.
Pepper.
Paprika.
Tagine.
Moroccan. Oh no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Moroccan.
Yeah. Moroccan.
Africa. Voodoo.
Religion.
Height.
Big Brother.
Chantel.
Okay, let's do the famous.
Yeah, we went a bit.
Let's do the famous people. So, for example, if I said David Niven, you would have to say
First name begin with N.
Nick Owen.
Okay.
And then I'd have to say
Okay,
Oscar.
I'm not amazing at famous people, but...
Yeah, I'm not. Right, go on. So you start, Nick.
Okay, I would say David Niven.
So he does one with an N.
Yeah.
Nick Owen.
Nasty Nick.
No. It'd have to be O because Nick Owen.
Oh, it's the O it begins with.
Oh, it's the first letter of the last name.
So if I said David Niven, you'd say Nick Owen.
Because of the N at the beginning of the last
Yeah.
of the surname.
Yeah.
So I have to say something beginning with O.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason Orange.
No, the first name has to be with O.
Oh,
Think of parts.
oh my God. Orla McAllister, the one that was in here. Yeah.
Very good. Mickey Rooney.
Rudyard Kipling.
Ken Barlow.
Fair enough. Bruce Forsyth.
Freddie Forsyth.
Freddy Krueger.
Good. Chris Christopherson.
Is that a K?
K, yeah.
Keith Allen.
Good.
Andy McNabb.
Very good. Marlon Brando.
Benny Hill.
Harry Potter.
Can they be characters?
Yeah. Peter Pan.
Peter Hook from New Order.
Helen Adams.
Arthur Askey.
I've got one you could say.
Alex Sibley.
Shakira. Oh, I don't know her surname.
Shakira.
S. Sienna Miller.
M's again. Matthew Wright.
I like him.
Yeah.
Wilson Pickett.
Patrick Cox.
Who's that?
She makes shoes. He's famous.
Yeah, he is. Candice Bergman.
Brian Wilson.
Oh, W.
William.
Will Smith.
Very good. Steven Seagal.
Sammy Pepper.
Paul McCartney.
Mika Parrish. Mika. What's she called? Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Misha Barton.
Bob Hoskins.
Very good. Horatio Nelson.
Oh, I've got one for you.
I mean, there's loads, isn't there?
Yeah.
Nick Cage.
Say Chantal Houghton.
Never.
No.
Hillary Clinton.
Clint Eastwood.
Ed McBain.
Okay.
Who is?
He writes books.
Okay. Milan Kundera. Okay.
Keith Richards.
Ronnie Cray.
Cray. C.
Is it K or
K.
C? K, yeah.
Kilroy Silk.
Good one.
Isn't it Robert Kilroy-Silk?
Okay, you're right.
I'm ashamed.
Klaus Barbie.
Klaus what?
Barbie.
Who's that?
Or, sorry, Klaus von Bülow. B.
So, B. Billie Holiday.
Henry Cooper.
Who's that?
He's that comedian, wasn't he?
Yeah, was.
He died on stage, didn't he?
Yeah,
and
Tommy
they thought
Cooper.
he...
No, Henry Cooper's a boxer.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Courtney Cox.
Courtney Love.
Is that a little birthmark, babe?
Yeah, my
Oh,
dad's
that's
got
cute.
one and he's that with the same nose.
You want this one?
My dad's got one and he's
Oh, that's cute.
funny, isn't it?
What's that? Hello. Come on, get up, get at it! It's actually not that loud. I don't think it's that loud.
Well, to begin with, isn't it?
I don't think it's that annoying.
You probably do